live. Hey, everybody, we are playing the Pure Steam campaign setting, which is a steampunk campaign setting for Pathfinder. Also available for 5e, but we're going to do it in Pathfinder today. So with me, we've got Stephanie, Kat with one T and a K, Charles, Jeremy, and Chris. And we're going through it. We're going to talk about characters. There's only let's go through them real quick. So Con Goodwin is he's our fighter, very unconventional fighter. He's going to be dual wielding pistols and uses improvised weapons really well. Berrigan is our gearhead. He's like a tech wizard, but he has the benefit of handing off his gadgetry to others to use, which is a lot of fun. Purvis is a moonshiner alchemist, so he can swig his brew and go into a moonshine stupor and do all kinds of fun stuff like a drunken master monk almost. And also throw bombs and do cool stuff. Cassie is a chaplain, so it's a charisma-based support class. Callan is a grease rat rogue. The grease rat is an archetype we made. They are not as good at sneak attacking living things, but constructs and vehicles, he actually does more damage than the average rogue. So he's really good at keeping things fixed with his jury rig ability, so he can fix things, limp them along through the encounter, because there's a lot of vehicles and things in Pure Steam, but then they fall apart after the encounter. So he can get things back running for a short period of time, and he's also good at destroying machines and such. And then Slim is actually from Westbound or Wild West expansion. He's our marshal. Marshal's a ground-up class. They're a lawman, and they get jurisdictions, and while they're in that jurisdiction, they get bonuses to tracking foes, interrogating, and things like that. And then their jurisdiction grows as they get bigger, and then at level 20 they have the long arm of the law, and everywhere they have law, they have the ability to enforce the law everywhere's their jurisdiction. So they're a lot of fun. Slim packs a lot of heat, and he's really tough as well. They have the ability to like commandeer vehicles and things from civilians, things like that, and enforce the law. So those are the characters. We have 5 players and 6 characters. So if you guys kind of know what you want, you can go ahead and grab. Anybody have any desires to play a specific character?
I prefer a fighter.
Sweet. Okay.
Right on.
So play Con. Okay.
I usually play like rogues or fighters myself. So,
Okay.
Do you want the rogue guy?
The grease rat?
Or the
I'm actually kind of interested in the marshal.
Go for
Okay,
it.
great. Yeah, so the marshal.
All right, you're going to have to put all this on.
Yeah, so he has his double-barreled shotgun, and yeah, he's a lot of fun. And he also has an electric light mace, so basically like a stun baton to take people down as well. So awesome.
Okay.
What about you?
I think it was my destiny to play this guy. I
Awesome.
don't typically play a mage, but this guy is a little more grounded. There's a lot to read there. He's got a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, so again, to streamline this, you just say what you want to do, and I'll make it happen. Charles, I got everybody before we started the stream. I got everybody's like familiarity with RPGs in general. What's your familiarity?
I played a lot of RPG gaming through the 80s
Okay.
and up into the 90s. Stopped around the time of D&D 2nd edition.
Okay.
So I've never played Pathfinder. I've never
Okay.
played 3.5.
Okay.
I've played one session of Celebrity 5th Ed
Okay.
D&D. So I understand a lot of the
Great.
how to role play, but I don't know the mechanics of the game
That's
at
fine.
all.
That's fine. So it's still D20 for success and failure, and all your other polyhedral dice to do your damage. So other than that, I can walk you guys through that. It's going to be pretty simple. Chris, you're going to be Purvis.
I think so.
All right, and Cassie is going to take a break. No problem, girl. Okay, great. So we're going to jump right into it. Again, we have a very short amount of time. I'm going to have my phone out just to keep an eye on the time. We're actually only have about an hour and a half now till they're going to kick us off. So, but we'll keep this moving right along. Okay. Anybody have any questions before we start?
Who do
Again,
we need to kill?
Yeah, that's a good one.
that's right.
Great
Okay.
question.
Okay. So
What's the mission?
so you guys are so we're going to say in your last adventure, you guys defended your friend, a scientist and investigator. You protected his mansion from an onslaught from an orc. A goblinoid warband that was actually trying to get the evidence back of their misdeeds. They seem to be trafficking in this substance that brings the dead back to life. Okay,
That's bad.
and he was doing experiments in his basement on the latest tissue samples you brought him from your prior adventure, and you guys had to save his Victorian mansion from assault. He escaped in a very, very large vacuum tube, and he asked you to meet him in Sultan, okay, which is several hours ride away. But he told you to run to to one of the towers in his mansion, in his reading room. And so you ran up to the 4th floor, and you did what he said. You pulled the blinds, and the rooftop came up, and the thing was actually a gyrocopter and lifted you guys off, and you flew over the mountains. You got hit by some volleys of their steam tanks, and actually your turret copter went down over the mountain, and you guys landed in this place called Brooks Garden. Okay, so it is a Leatherfoot halfling commune. Okay, just peaceful folks, just living in like a little valley, and so you have crashed there, and so you guys kind of shake yourself off, and you know that's where you've landed because you saw it coming in. But it is right around dawn, and the farmers have kind of come and surrounded your vehicle. And go ahead and get started.
Well, this looks like a bad decision. All right, I'm gonna get a cigar out. Let's light me up a cigar.
Does the halflings look feral?
They look very simple, unkempt, but they look kind and curious as to what you guys are.
Are they armed?
No, they're not. They're not armed with anything dangerous.
Good.
Do they have any vehicles or anything that we can like commandeer to make our trip?
Okay, so they don't appear to have any vehicles, but one of them steps forward, all right, and presents himself as kind of the patriarch of the clan. Okay, so his name is Symbol Ren, and he cautiously approaches you and says, "I'm sorry. It seems like you've fallen out of the sky right into our cornfield."
Well,
Yes,
Yeah.
that's true.
Sorry about the corn.
Yeah, apologize. But does Callan, does he keep like tools on him?
Yes, so you've got a toolkit on
Okay.
you, yeah.
I think one of the first things he would do, frankly, even as these people are approaching, is he's concerned about this machine. So other than like acknowledging that there are people here, he's gonna try to see if he can salvage something. Probably not repair it, but like get into the guts of this thing that just crashed and see what he can salvage. Even with a mind to like, if we need help from these people, is there anything here that we can use to
Right on.
trade?
Right.
But he's not really thinking about talking to anyone right now. So he's like,
Okay.
yes, hi, I'm Callan, and then he dives into,
Okay.
rips a panel off and is inside the.
Where were y'all trying to go in such a hurry?
Anywhere but where we were.
yeah. Away.
We weren't actually steering this thing.
Do we know like geographically where we're at in the world and like how close we were to where the other
Yeah,
guy
absolutely.
wanted
So
us
you
to
were
be?
outside of Summit City, the capital, and you guys went over the mountain just southwest of it. And so you're southwest of Summit City, and you need to go a few hours drive west to Sultan, through some pretty deep woods on a windy road.
Okay.
We need a vehicle.
Yeah.
I guess we need to trade for it, or what's my liquor situation right now?
So
We're in the same thing.
So in your inventory, you should have all your stuff. So in your gear, I believe you have a gallon of.
Okay.
Let me double check here.
So
Yeah, you have your moonshine bottle with I believe it's 16 ounces, and each swig's an ounce. So.
these halflings probably brew their own moonshine. Like, I'm not going to have anything they're going to want to barter with.
That's possible.
I might want to re-up on my moonshine, though.
So they get the sense that you guys are keen on a trade.
We're keen on a trade with possible transportation.
Yeah.
Okay. He says, "Well, I reckon we could fix up that fancy device you got. I mean, it doesn't seem to work too different from our windmill.
I mean, I can fix it up, but some help would be nice.
Well, I mean, it
Can-
looks like a few of your rotors broke off, and you look at it, and it's going to need some parts.
Yeah.
So
I just can't let him think that I
Can
can't
we
do
even
it.
fly it? I mean, is it something? Is a vehicle that can be controlled?
where do you need to go?
West to Salton.
All right. Well, if you help us with a little problem we got, we can get you to Salton, rapid, quick.
What's your problem? What's going on?
So he lets you know that they used to sell a good. So they personally do not imbibe any sort of alcohol, but they do sell a good portion of their corn to a moonshiner in the hills around here. Okay. The issue is though. Every time they've gone to deliver any of that, it's all been stolen, and by a howling beast, they say, that reflects light, and they've got all kinds of wild stories, ghost stories about this thing. He's about 4 times the size of a man. He howls. He stinks from a quarter mile. And he can leap over their caravan, and all kinds of stories. He glows in the dark, they think, or
It's a he. So they discerned that.
one of the ladies goes, "Well, by the smell, we just assumed."
Well, does our moonshiner know anything about moonshiners in the area? Like, does he know, is there rivals there or anybody famous that he might know about? Working in that
we can
same
make a roll
industry?
for that.
We're just right over the mountain. There's a good chance I would know the local, producers and competition, where I need to get my moonshine from.
Yeah.
This guy doesn't go a day without, so he knows where to go.
Yeah. All right. We just got some dice out for you guys. Feel free to grab some if you need them. So why don't you go ahead and roll a d20, Chris, and we're going to add your intelligence. Well, actually, let's check and see how many knowledges you have. You have a knowledge. Yeah, let's just go ahead and just do a straight intelligence bonus of 2.
Please. This is a 30-minute call that the
Okay.
Play Center Museum galleries will be closing in 30 minutes at 5 o'clock. Once again, the Discovery Museum
Don't know where
galleries
that
will be
voice is
closing
coming
in
from.
30 minutes
This
at 5
adventure got
o'clock.
really, really interesting.
We've heard
The
the voice of the
Lord.
goddess.
Hey, at least we know there's equipment downstairs we can
This-
get.
All right. Okay, so Purvis scratches his head, sucks in his teeth a little bit, and he's actually so reliant on his own brew. Maybe you haven't even bought Shine. You don't want to pay the revenuers, so you
Yeah,
haven't
there you
actually gone into the trade on it. So. They tell you the approximate location. They tell you where their caravan south goes, and they've actually stopped. Now they've got corn piling up, and there are just some basic supplies that they've done without. So if they can get that trade going back again safely, they feel like they could be in a good shape, and they'd be willing to fix your vehicle up or get you to Salton, however they say.
So what exactly is your caravan looking like? What are you using to transport this stuff with?
So that it is actually just a. So these people seem to be pretty simple. They don't use a lot of the advanced technology. So they actually just have mule-drawn carts. So there's not any protection or, no armor or anything. Yeah.
Does this howling light reflective creature thing, does it just take the corn? Does it hurt the mules? I mean, what does it do when it attacks these caravans?
So it will eat the mules if they don't get out of there fast enough. It seems preoccupied with the corn for some reason.
And you've seen it eat a mule,
Like about 6 of them are just.
So yeah, the mouth jaws, the mule. Like I'm just trying to discern. It's not some guy.
They
like,
grab
in
him
a-
and
in
they-
a costume that's like, and then they run away and then
Well,
they
they
come back
Man
later.
Jenkins.
They said they've
Yes.
seen. Well, they say they've seen him bite the mule. They
Okay.
they haven't watched him consume because they get out of there. But they've also seen him grab smaller animals if they have them in the group. Like sheep and such. Grab it and leap up into the trees away.
Okay.
Okay. Have they talked to the moonshiner about this? I mean, what about the other side of that? Like, do they know? Is anybody else like? Does the moonshiner is it hitting his shipments and stuff too?
Yeah.
Is
So
he trapped up there? Like, can he not get down to the?
So the issue with this guy is he has no method of communication. So he's up on a hillside, and he does not have any method of communication. You come to him and trade, or you don't. So they haven't talked to the guy in a while.
Okay, but does he have an organization, or is it literally just a guy on a hill brewing shine?
That, to their knowledge, is a guy in a hill brewing shine,
Okay,
but he likes their corn. So
okay.
Convenient.
so they in order to kind of make sure that we get to the to some of the content, they tell you that they can give you kind of a central location where all this seems to be happening, and it's actually in the base of an old shot tower, kind of a ruined shot tower where they used to make musket balls and shot for shotguns. It's completely ruined, but you can still see the tower it's crumbling, but it's still enough of a marker that you could see it. They can get you in a general direction. It's not far from here, a couple miles.
As soon as I get the direction, I start walking towards it.
Okay,
Well,
great.
Okay,
Con's on the way.
if we're gonna go, maybe we should get our hands on some of their corn.
Yeah, I was gonna say we need at least one
well,
wagon with a bunch of mules.
Yeah,
What
let's
I'm
do a
thinking,
Draw it
maybe,
out with.
Let's
maybe
do a
we
shipment.
set-
Yeah,
maybe we could set a trap.
That's a good
Fill
idea.
up a wagon with some corn and put something in it that's gonna blow up.
Oh,
And when
Ooh.
some nasty ass creature comes along and tries to take that corn, it's gonna get a rude surprise.
Well, it's gonna get some lead in it anyway.
Yeah. But why we can let it do our work for us, and then we can get in on it. So could we rig something like that up, like basically a mine or a trap? So when if it jumps on and tries to take the corn or whatever, something goes boom. We can scatter, and then we can see what it is, and maybe wing it or wound it or knock it on its ass.
Anything
before
that
we-
means that I don't have to get right up in the face is something that eats a mule. That's a good plan by me.
I could probably concoct like some sort of like oil of fiery burning or something like that.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So you guys can now. Do you want to craft that here? Or do you want to go out in the woods and craft it? How do you want to?
Let's do that here where we have
Yeah.
resources.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if we can take stuff from the vehicle we came in, if there's fuel or equipment, and then
Yeah.
if
That's true, we should
the
have
halflings can help us out. that
Yeah, what was the fuel source for the gyrocopter?
So no, it's just actually when you pull it, it's spring loaded and it's a gyro
Wow,
perpetual
right on.
motion
Okay.
device.
One way or another, we were gonna crash.
Well, we've got his shine, which we know burns.
A gallon.
So Bergen, let me see your second sheet
All right.
right there. Yeah, and I think what we'll do is I'm gonna allow you to pick one of your 4th level activations. So either your boiler cannon, your static field generator, or your improved alkaline projector. Pick one of those, one of your 4th level contraptions, and I'll allow you to convert that. We'll just use that activation, and we'll say that you spent the time building that up. So pick one of those, and you're not going to have that for the rest of the adventure.
Well, the alkaline one is basically acid, so we can make an acid bomb. Electrical static field generator is like a electric blast kind of thing, like an electroshock sort of thing. And the boiler cannon would be boiling water. Any thoughts on what?
Convert the acid one to.
Acid.
I mean, if you have the acid, we could use that as a bomb. If we need to replace the acid with flammable shine, we can do that.
So
Well, he has the acid on him to
yeah, it's
make
the
this.
device.
Okay.
Let's.
I mean, if we get into other trouble, it seems like those
Acid.
other things are more useful.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, let's use the acid, the alkaline projector.
Okay, so give me so go ahead and cross out the alkaline projector because you're not going to have that. And then also give me your first sheet I'm going to
Yes,
show you
where's
how this
backup
works because,
plan?
kind of like spells per day, you have a number of activations that you
I'm
can
still
do.
walking.
Okay, so right here on the bottom left, it says contraption activations, and it's how many per day. I'm going to make you spend the fuel for one of your 4th level activations. So you've taken the the hardware for that projector to rewired it to a bomb, but you also need to. This is basically the fuel that you have on hand each day, and so drop that down. You've already spent one, so you have 3 more 4th level activations.
And just what I'm thinking is, all right. So we're on day one basically, and if I have 4 activations, we're gonna scratch on 1. It'd be great if we could do something that triggers manually, like if it goes for the corn, but also something we could trigger remotely in case it sniffs the corn and is like senses something's up, and we can just go boom, something like that.
Well, can you sharpshoot something?
Sure can.
So okay,
That's
if we
what
can
I was
keep
getting
an eye-
ready to recommend there.
Huzzah.
All right.
Because I figured we're going to be the backup plan. So if the boom doesn't work, the boom is
Yeah.
going to work.
All right.
Awesome. Okay, so you guys you're going to have to spend some time doing this. Is it are we just using that contraption of yours to do the bomb, or are you going to add anything to it?
I don't know how much.
Well, if we could add shrapnel, I'm open to suggestions
Yeah, I
with
mean,
that.
I don't
Well, anything
think.
that's busted on that
Yeah, I mean,
helo
if we
thing,
can,
Right.
we could probably use.
I mean, I guess if they've got an engineer or
But
whatever.
you got to remember,
we're
that's
surely
got
gonna
splash
use it.
damage to it. Shrapnel comes back this way too.
Right, and we don't want to cannibalize it so much that
we can't use
we
it.
can't use it if we
No,
need
I
it.
figure you think it's
So-
really busted.
Yeah, so I would look if we need anything.
Okay, so does anybody have any moral qualms about detonating a mule? Just curious.
Might.
Is it a good mule?
It's
Was he
ornery.
a lawyer?
Okay,
A loyal
in that case, I build a
We didn't really think about
fake
that.
wooden mule.
A Trojan mule.
Trojan mule. But one of us has to ride in the mule now.
Or you could just spend a couple days making armor for the mule.
I figured we get to that point, we just release the mules.
Yeah.
Yeah, can there be like a quick release gate latch thing or something that
Yeah.
like
Oh, yeah.
Usually there's a
I
pin you
think we're
can
gonna.
hold.
Let's just tell them. Don't worry, the mules will be fine. We'll figure it out.
as we're building a bomb?
Is the mule gonna
No,
say?
there are no sentient mules.
They don't have to give us their best mules.
Right.
We just have to have something that.
But
Give us the
Yeah,
old
we
one.
need
This is-
the old nag that's
Yeah,
about to be
just-
put out to
Yeah.
pasture.
it's
You gotta
but
need
it's gotta
really
it's gotta
sick
look like all
mules.
their other wagon
Yeah.
setups. We can't if we armor the mule or we do something
Right.
weird, it
Right.
might set it off.
Yeah,
So we
perfect.
gotta-
Yeah, I
it's
figured the
gotta-
best thing is just to pull the pin on.
Yeah, that would be the.
But
well,
we can't do that remotely.
Tom.
Right.
Well, I
just give
figured
us-
I'd be driving.
So you
Okay.
should
and I
have
can jump over
Berrigan.
that
You
mule
should
and
have
pull that
a.
pin and take off a little bit.
So
We're gonna
Charles,
ride the bomb.
I think you have a first level or 0 level ability that would allow you to levitate something like a mage hand effect of about 5
Is that
pounds.
the arresting jets?
No, I think that if you go to, I think it should be 0 level, top left of the second page.
Headlamp, aqua cannon, heat gun, waypoint finder, 0.
Oh no, okay.
And then first level is steam thrower, deflector field, jets.
Okay.
Arresting jets, cloak matrix. No, I don't.
Okay,
see
so no worries.
elevation jets are third level. By increasing to the Bergen gains a fly speed of 40 for 80 minutes.
So you can fly, but yeah, okay. So
I can't fly a mule.
So I can, Callan, if you want to use your jury rig talents, that is, obviously that can be used to make things work that shouldn't,
Right.
or work in ways they don't need to. I think we could easily say that allows you to make something that will break easily as well. So slap the mules and they pull hard, it breaks. That would actually also be a disable device feature. It's actually written in the rules. I think one of the standard Pathfinder uses of disable device is rig a wagon wheel to fall off like after it
After a
goes
certain
so
point.
far. Yeah, so let's go ahead and do that. So let's I'm going to roll for you secretly, so you don't know how well you did it, and we'll see what happens. Add a little suspense to it.
I got this.
So
guys.
what's your bonus?
The mule is fine.
What's your bonus to disable device?
My bonus.
So this would be. I'm sorry. This would be skills on the left-hand side,
Skill. Okay.
right here, and then disable device.
Plus 21.
Okay. Yeah, it's probably going to be okay.
Super good at this. It's fine.
All right. So
Attention, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. The police center for the arts and
That
sciences.
voice again.
Where's that voice coming from? I know I'm
Once
drunk.
again, the museum galleries will be closing in 30 minutes at 5 o'clock.
all right. So Callan, you actually take a.
Correction, that is 15 minutes. Thank you for visiting the Clay Center today and have a wonderful evening.
So you actually you take the iron pin out, and you actually take a sugarcane stalk and put it in there. So you think it's going to hold for like normal constant pressure, and you've actually like bored out a hole in the middle, and you've put some scoring along it. So you think that thing, if given like a good amount of sharp force, it's going to rip, but you think that sugar cane.
Is this green or dried cane?
It's green. All right.
Little known fact, me and Adam Crockett grew up blading cane for molasses.
All right. So.
Verisimilitude.
All right. So you guys head out. Anything else you guys want to do before you go? Okay.
I can think of.
Good deal. So there's this cart is pulled by 2 mules, and with that single yoke with the one sugar cane pin, and
They're
so
the 2 oldest mules, right?
they are. Yeah. They think it's odd, but they get it. I mean.
What
So-
are the mules' names?
No, you never. You do not.
Now we have to save them.
Never name them.
All right. You head off. Is anyone going to sit on the cart in the driver's seat? Anyone
I'll
going to
drive.
sit in the cart? Does anybody want to?
How far away from the community, like how far along on their journey do they usually get attacked?
So they said it's about 3 hours out,
Okay.
and so you guys would be getting there around twilight, based on the amount of time you spent trying to rig this whole thing up.
What I might suggest is, depending on how fast we want to move the cart, maybe like an hour, half hour before we get to the typical attack zone, have people with good ranged attacks fall back. And basically they can snipe anything that comes at us instead of us all sitting on the cart. Have them kind of just follow along, maybe off a field a little bit, and not alone in case the creature tries to pick them off. But
Okay.
Cool.
I
I think I'll walk
I was gonna say,
behind.
you might wanna
I look
get
like a
off.
local, so I can walk along behind the cart, drinking.
That's true.
I don't have any bombs prepared, do I?
You should. So everything for you guys should be prepared. So right here, bombs. You can create and throw small explosions. And then that explains it. But
Yeah.
over here, it should say how many per day we
Okay.
have. Let me take a look at it here.
I think I would like to have an intoxicating bomb prepared to at least stun this thing for 4
think so.
rounds if
Yes.
the bomb goes awry.
So you have 10 per day. Right there.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Whip up one of these intoxication bombs
Yeah, everything. It
and
seems
proceed to get drunk.
the people who look the least like fighters should probably kind of hang
Hang on.
back, right?
Yeah,
The people who look most like they would be delivering corn.
yeah.
Yeah,
Should be
I'm
hanging
drinking
around.
on my last gallon as we're heading out.
Okay, perfect. All right.
That or I can get another mule and ride. On the side there.
Now,
I think that one we can
Three
handle.
Yeah,
mules for the
riding the
marshal.
bomb into battle doesn't sound like a good
I
idea.
just feel more John
Well, here's-
Wayne-ish, sitting up on the mule,
yeah,
even
that's
though
right.
it's not my usual.
since Bergen modified his equipment to do this, are we guaranteed to make that work, or is this something like there's a chance this is not going to work, and so I should be in the wagon to help, like fix?
There is a chance it doesn't work. Yeah.
Okay, and that would be within my skill set to say like something caught or whatever, and I want to make sure that if we go through all this trouble, we don't
Yeah.
push the button and it doesn't work in the end, and, so.
So you've got this bomb rigged up to both if the corn is upset or gotten into, right? or if you guys remotely, yeah.
Right.
So you guys have basically a primitive radio frequency detonator that you guys have rigged up.
Cool.
Okay, and you have a not too sensitive proximity trigger in the core.
Not like that episode of Little House on the Prairie with the nitroglycerin.
Yeah.
We need something a little bit better than that. You know?
And we also have a sheriff with a long gun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
that-
we
A shot.
have-
It's a shotgun.
Shotgun.
I got a
Okay.
shotgun. Yeah.
So-
And I can target and.
Does
Okay.
anybody
Like I'm
have
pretty
a longer range ballistic attack? I mean, I've got some like water sprays and stuff, but I don't think I have anything
I got
ballistic.
revolvers.
I got far shot.
I've got a pepper box rifle.
Much like the movie Dodgeball, I can throw a wrench at it. And I think that's all I've got going on for
So
me.
yeah,
Rip
Callan,
Torn.
you
I
should.
can do a bull rush.
So
I have a
you do
range.
have a revolver.
Okay.
Okay. You have a light hammer. Okay. Yeah.
So I can't.
And you
I
also have your giant
My
pipe
pipe
wrench,
wrench, yeah.
which you nicknamed Solution.
solution.
Yes.
Is there any possibility there might be another rifle in this place that I can commandeer?
They are
Would you like-
pacifists. They're
that's true.
no.
Would you like to use? It's a banjo pepper box rifle. Would you like to use the rifle I'm using? Because I've got bombs and I'm drinking. So
That might be a good idea.
So it's about the size of
You'll
a
look like-
ukulele for you.
you
No,
will
you
look.
go-
So it's a banjo for him. It's a uke for you. But that's fine. And
and I have a shotgun.
But it's better.
And
But a shot. It's probably better for if we want to try to trigger this than a shotgun, right? From
Well, the shotgun will hit the corn and not. Well, I don't
Yeah.
know. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not the.
I think
I don't know. Yeah.
shotgun's more like a splatter
That's
type deal,
right.
whereas my rifle. would be
The
more-
corn might
Yeah.
absorb
So
its
I
blood.
believe we
aren't
set
gonna
you
need
up
plan
with
C. Plans A and B.
with
are
a double-barreled
fine.
Last
shotgun.
time
You
I
can
fired a shotgun
either
at a mess of
do.
corn. You know.
Let me double check. Yeah. So you can either do a 20-foot range. So you can either put a slug in it, or you can put a buckshot in it. Right.
Oh.
So you have the option to do a 20-foot range or a 10-foot scatter.
All right. I figured I'm gonna do the 20-foot range. To tell you the truth, because it's probably gonna.
And you can
run.
change that out as you reload it. So
Yeah. And,
it's nice.
And then you have the other.
The banjo rifle.
The banjo
What's the
rifle.
range on his
Say-
banjo rifle?
Yeah, so with Pathfinder, anytime you see a range that's there, that is the range increment. So that is actually just the best perfect, like no penalty distance. And then for these guns, it's 10 times that is the maximum effective distance. So if it says 20, you can still shoot at 200 feet, but at every range increment, you get a cumulative -2 to your
Okay.
Oh, okay.
shots. So
Well,
Yeah, and
that's solid.
I also have a pistol, so I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
good.
All right.
I'm good.
We got this.
Yeah, we're
We
fine.
got it.
And I've got two
It's
rifles.
all gonna be okay, guys.
it's all gonna be okay. So I'm gonna take this and Frankenstein together the cart, okay, and the mules,
Yeah.
okay.
It's like Minecraft.
Yeah. So so you guys have already taken this in a direction I did not prepare for. The trapped, which is great, but I just I didn't bring the minis for that. Not that I have, corn bomb mule minis, but
Give me a week. Give me a
Incredibly
week.
impressed.
wait, there's a 3D printer downstairs. We can make this
I
happen.
have some green stuff. We got green stuff.
Oh, we do. Okay, great. And for the purposes of this, there are going to be trees on either side of this road, with lots of undergrowth, and it's going to be largely difficult terrain, hard to move around if you're not on the road, which you're going to say go straight down here. Go ahead and place yourself where you want to be when you.
One question I got before we left. Which direction is this monster
Attention,
seeing
please
come
enter
at us
guests.
from?
The west. So as you're heading south, he comes from the west.
Okay, so it's gonna come out of the
will be
woods at
closing
us.
in 5 minutes at 5 o'clock.
So,
Once more, the
Well, it's almost
Discovery
5.
Museum will be closing in 5 minutes
Keep
at
track of
5
the time.
o'clock.
so this is going
Yeah,
south.
the
That will
sugar
still be
cane.
going on throughout the evening.
Does
West. So if you come in from this direction, won't he?
does anybody?
Get your
No,
mail
he's like-
No, he's going to come from here. You're going south, and he comes from the west.
Yeah, but we still. This is still a road, so we
Yeah,
have
the road's-
trees on either side.
Right. Yep. There are
So I'm
trees.
trying to get me behind it somewhere.
Does anyone have any woodcraft type skills or anything
Like
where
that?
they might be able to like
Pretty much
notice
in here
something's
somewhere.
amiss or
Not
any?
too close.
Do we have
Yeah,
any
so
kind of woodcraft?
Purvis has knowledge nature,
I was pushing.
Okay.
I was using yours.
so you get a plus 12 to knowledge nature.
Right on.
So if you might be
This way
like
up
like
here's
Billy
a
in
little bit,
Predator,
but
you know,
over
there's something in
on
those
the-
trees.
Yeah.
kind of action.
in the
That's what I'm exactly. That's what I'm thinking. That you're like. So it's actually good that you're kind of out there because you can sort of keep an eye on things. You're a good point man for this too.
Yeah.
So.
Do I get a bonus from being mildly lit?
So if you want
A
to,
positive
so,
bonus.
so
Oh yeah, I do.
So what you can do is you can actually go into your Moonshine Stupor. But the Moonshine Stupor is not going to give you any sort of bonus to the type of stats you want. You can increase your strength, dex, or con at the expense of your intelligence, wisdom, or charisma, respectively. So strength, if you buff your strength when you get drunk, you get a little dumber, and on down the line. So just casually drinking it, I'm not going to say gives you a penalty.
Yeah, I'm not.
Or
putting,
bonus.
I'm not putting a stupor on yet.
Okay, so no particular bonus
Okay,
for just
so
sipping.
plus 12 nature.
Okay, so 22. So what you do know as you're coming through is you get to the region, you see silhouetted through the trees. You know, you can see up here above the ridge that there's the lights going down, and you see that the stack from the building. So you're in about that area. As you start seeing that, you notice that all the ambient wildlife has kind of quieted down, as if there is a predator about.
Listen, you hear that? Nothing. Ain't nothing out there.
How dark is it? Is it dark enough where?
So you know,
either-
there's no requirement for additional lighting. It's not low light yet for you guys. Okay, so
That's all right. I'm half orc.
that's right.
You might be.
All right.
I have.
So everyone,
gun
roll me a
loaded, ready to go.
perception check. So you're gonna roll that, and then on your skills, right here, about halfway down the left-hand side, it's gonna be a little different for people. You'll see in bold skills, and there will be a perception number. Okay, roll that and add that number.
I got 27.
Nice.
Perception. Yep. 13.
So.
God.
The
Roses.
skills, I see my perception here.
Yeah, that's fine. You can use that number. We usually put that at the top for quick. Oh, so
20.
roll a d20 instead of a 12, or you'll shortchange
Oh, shoot.
yourself. You just never get that crit you were hoping for.
26.
13.
Okay, Charles, you and Stephanie curl your characters curl your nose up at the stink of a skunk, but it's not. It smells like a den of skunks. Just all got scared. It's something you never smelled before. It's pretty rank, but as you guys sniff, everyone else kind of, what do you? And you all smell it now. It's a horrific, but it's more than just one skunk. It's like a whole den of skunks. It's a new, a skunk is the closest thing. It's definitely not exactly the smell of a skunk, but there's some sort of musk that you're smelling that is
It's here.
gross.
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 Which way's that wind blowing from?
There is no
Hold on.
wind.
Dragged
This
out
is
of my
just
belt, wrapped
exuding.
around my face.
6 skunks in a chamber pot.
He's brought his own bomb.
Oh, no. He's ahead of us, guys.
So you guys see.
I'm gonna try to sniff it out.
You guys see this this some sort of primate looking beast. He's about twice as big as Slim, and Slim's the biggest guy in any room. And it climbs down from a tree. You see its body move, and it lumbers low, like its hips are almost touching the ground as it lumbers. And you see now, as it comes from behind the tree, you see one of its limbs is illuminating green lightly, right? And you see that is actually reflects metallic bits all over it. And as it moves, it's smelling. And you see it about 6 trees between you and the cart.
Oh, no.
and it like scrunches down one of its eyebrows, and you see a red light. Not like a laser point, but just like red glows, like it almost has some sort of implant on one of its eyes, and it looks around
Clay Center guests, may I have your
and
attention,
moves up
please? Clay Center guests,
to the
may I
next
have your
tree.
attention, please?
What's the?
time
Is there
now
area effect splash damage on my intoxicating bomb?
So you, it's 5 feet. So if you can hit him, you're good. There's a potential that adjacent spells or adjacent squares could be hit as well.
Okay. Do I have clearance for a throw, or have trees in there?
So he has cover. So there's actually going to be. He's got a good bonus to his armor
Please come
class.
back and see
Aren't
us again.
we like
We hope you
retreating
enjoy
into
your
the
day and have a wonderful
trees over
evening.
here for the bomb?
That's smart.
Yeah, let
Yeah.
him let him go for the bomb,
think-
and then we can jump him.
And as you guys are talking and saying that, you see him mouth it like primitively, Bob. Bob.
Oh crap.
You don't know if he understands it, but he's imitating your speech.
Bob.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Let him go for the bob.
So perhaps they should fade this way.
Yeah, I think we're.
I want to head the opposite.
Okay.
I'm wanting to come around here so I can
All right.
kind of
Yeah.
flank him myself.
I'm heading with Slim.
Slim's going this way.
I think I'm already.
I kind of want to.
Yeah,
I've been
and
I
holding
kind of
back
want to
anyway.
force him to go forward to the bomb area so you can at least detonate it.
I want to cut off his retreat with this intoxicating bomb in
So-
case this goes awry.
I just want to get just off of the road into the trees, but
Okay, so there's 2 trees between you and the cart.
So that you can.
So yeah, whatever.
So
I
you've
need
got
to
the
do.
detonator, the radio
Do I have
frequency
the
detonator.
detonator? Or do you have the detonator?
We
would
left
make-
it at home. I thought you packed it.
We should ask that question 3 hours.
It would probably make sense. Just
There's
it
some
would
poor
probably
little
have made
farmer
sense
kid.
for somebody off the vehicle to have
Yeah, it's too
it,
far
just
away
in
from
case you didn't get away or something like that. So I guess it would be logical, since I made the bomb,
Yeah,
it would
you would
probably
have the
be
detonator.
that I'd have the detonator.
I should hope.
I'm just there to monitor.
All right, so you've got this box that you, it's not pristinely manufactured, but it's just a regular housing. You got a little antenna flopping out there, and you just got a you got to twist and push so you don't accidentally pop it. Okay, he is not used to seeing all of you folks. These are new smells, new creatures, big creatures, and the mules have started like freaking out a little bit, and they're pulling the cart a little bit, but they also aren't being driven, so they're kind of confused. He stops. Let's see if he knows something's awry. Okay. So he moves forward another tree. He's definitely cautious. There's about 3 trees between him and the cart now. And he looks over at Slim and Purvis.
We're not hidden.
We're in the trees.
I thought
aren't we?
figured there was plenty of
in your
trees
direction,
between us.
right? Just,
Okay.
He looks
I
over.
can smell us.
Oh
can
God,
smell
yeah,
us.
he can smell us. Yeah, I smell like booze.
If it even looks like he's going to flee, I'm going to shoot at him.
All right.
I'm thinking either I'm going to use the roundup, or I'm going to go for a targeted area and try to just wound him to where he can't move very far.
Okay. He doesn't seem deterred, so he moves up.
Now, let me ask: does that represent that his arm really is some kind of a machine? Like, so we can. Okay.
Yep. And he grabs a handful of grain with this metallic hand, just picks a little bit of it up. He doesn't seem to like the taste of that. Maybe it's got tainted or something.
Blow it!
So these things freak out and they run. Let's see if this thing breaks.
Hope I made this thing that doesn't work.
So it is only gonna fail on a 1 because of your roll, but I just wanted that there's a chance. So they book it.
Save the mules, everybody.
Mule number 1, mule number 2
Oh.
to
Is he
go.
directly next to the cart?
He is like,
Directly
yeah, he's
right next to the
flow.
car.
and
We're gonna-
as
we're
that
gonna
happens,
hit
he
it.
turns and goes to run after them.
We're gonna hit it.
Okay.
And you can hit the bomb, and I'm going to shoot at him anyway.
Okay. So give me that second page there. I want to see the damage level we're talking about here.
Oh my god. How bad is it?
Can't
Okay.
tell if that's a not enough or if that's a way too much left.
Yeah.
We're
that's
all
what I'm
too
thinking.
close.
It's like I'm behind the tree.
So Berrigan, you're going to do 8d6
Oh.
acid damage in a 20-foot radius,
Okay.
centered on the cart. So you're just.
You're-
out.
There's actually way more than 8 here, so let's pick
was
the
a-
good dice.
that was a test.
We'll pick the star dice. This looks like old school stuff that I grew up with. That's 5. We're gonna leave the weirdo out.
This
There we go.
giant, like, hole in the forest we're about to make is going to be the new meeting place.
Nice. Yeah.
Acid all
In
the
future
trees down.
days,
we
they'll
didn't-
speak
we
of the
didn't
time
promise
the
them-
Outlanders
we didn't
came
promise
and
them anything about
devastated their
fixing-
ecosystem
leaving
with an
roads
acid
today.
bomb.
And then they'll put a gas station there.
Yeah, exactly. Or a mall. A Starbucks.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we get.
Okay, so I'm gonna I'm gonna make you a reflex save for half. I'm gonna see if I make it.
Some 6s, though. That's good.
Yeah.
That wasn't that great.
It could have been worse.
That looks like my average orc roll in 40k right there.
And I'm not seeing any ones.
What's
No.
a crap?
Nope, that's a good.
Okay, so what did you do?
All right, we've got 11, 15, 7, 9, so 15 and 9, 24, 29.
29.
And
Okay.
15, 25, no, maybe 27. Let me see, let me do that again. Okay, 5, 10, 20, 25, 27.
27.
27.
Okay. So he lets out a howl. You notice a hole burn through his torso. You see his guts hanging out of it. So it went in like a couple lines in different areas because you put like a nozzle sprayer on it, and so it blew a hole through him. And he howls, and he was going to chase these guys, but instead he spins around looking.
And I'm shooting for a leg.
All right, so let's go ahead and roll initiative now.
Yeah.
I really hope he just wasn't a really
So
nice, hungry.
for initiative, you're going to roll a d20, and then
Oh, we're
there's
bad
a.
guys.
All right,
We're the
under
bad
your
guys.
name, there's an initiative
All right.
modifier.
I got
That
13.
Oh, that's a level.
5.
Okay, so you two got 5s.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I got 13.
Oh, there's
all
I
right.
have 13 as well.
16.
He's first.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
So that's going to be Purvis.
Make him mad.
Shoot him with my little gun.
And Berg.
Throw the French.
That's it.
All right, so
Precious.
French him. What was it, the problem solver or something?
the solution.
The solution.
All right.
Give him the
Give him the
solution.
solution.
Give him the
I think
solution.
the solution when fighting an acid-covered giant cyborg ape is the last thing you do.
He just
Robo-Nats.
it's just like the mouse and the lion. He just needs his bolts tightened, and then he won't be
Well,
so
let me-
grumpy.
Not that I'm doing this yet, but my demolishing blow. So if I attacked his arm bit,
So he doesn't have. So that the way they do it is he does not fit into the type of construct.
Okay.
So no,
So
it
is that
wouldn't do
just
the
a
extra
piece?
damage,
Okay.
right? Okay, so he is going to. So he got the highest initiative with an 18. So he is actually going to lumber off double speed through the trees.
Oh, and I'm going to start
dang.
tracking him.
Okay, so
I'm right on Slim's heels.
all right, so Callan, you're first
Yeah.
up. Boom.
It's cracked open.
no more wagon.
No more corn.
Hold on
Popcorn.
a sec.
Oh, acid bombs.
You're
Dang.
good.
Okay. Oh God.
We should have thought about that. That'd have been
Well,
fun.
I'm gonna then. I mean, my range on my. Just make sure I need to stay within. Okay. I'm just gonna start making my way. Like I'm not getting out in front here, so I know they're that direction. So I'm not gonna try to
Okay.
break the plane.
Are you
of
gonna
them,
double move
but
towards
yeah,
him?
roughly that area.
All right, so
But
you
I don't
j-
want to get ahead of those.
So you
guys.
jog after him. Okay.
I'm wearing my blaze orange.
Purvis and Slim, you share an initiative, right, with your 13s. So, so you two can go together, or one of you can go first if you want to stagger your initiatives. But
I don't know how he's out of my range now, isn't he? I'm gonna have to chase him down.
Well, so he is. You have range penalties, right? So
Well, I also have what's called Roundup, which allows me to take the penalty off up to 30 feet. But I can. It's not a lethal attack.
Right.
It basically will give me. It looks like here. If I successfully hit him, then he has to make a DC 16 fortitude, and then his speed is reduced by half.
Nice.
So that's it. Looks like we're going to end up be doing.
yeah, so you are able to move before that shot, right? So you can move 30 feet. That'll put you right about here.
Okay.
Right. I don't have a grid out, but this is fine.
That's
We're
cool.
pretty approximate. Okay. So now
Okay.
you're going to take that shot, right?
Yeah.
And that's within 30 feet, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, if I'm reading here properly.
Yep. So I'll say that you're right within 30, so you can try out your awesome ability.
Okay. All right. Do I have?
So you're shooting your attack.
Uh-huh.
So you're shooting with your shotgun.
Yeah.
Okay. So then you would roll. So go ahead and roll.
Well, I got an 11. Is there any 13? Did I get any bonuses to
Yep.
it?
So you do. So under your
Base
attacks.
attack being plus
Oh,
8.
so it's more than base attack. So
Okay.
we're gonna find your.
Sure.
Let me grab this.
Okay, good.
Ranged.
Uh-huh.
So we're looking at your.
Plus 1 to attack / damage
Yep.
if within less than 30 feet.
So your double hammer right there. The first one right there is plus
Oh
11.
yeah, that's a good one. Then that makes it 24.
Yep. And then -4. Right.
Well, I don't have the plus 4 penalty here if I'm within 30 feet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
My
So
bad.
it's
Yeah,
still. Whoops, sorry, guy. So I still
So
make
24.
24.
Yep.
Yeah, so
okay.
I shot him.
So and then you do non-lethal, right?
No, yeah, it's not with this, so it would be 1d6.
Okay.
Okay, please be a big high one. Come on. How about that? A 5.
All right.
All right.
Okay. And then do I need to make a save?
You have to make a DC 16 on this 42 save, otherwise you're moving in half. If he does not succeed.
I rolled a 1.
Oh.
So you pop his kneecap and he starts limping. So awesome shot there, Slim. Purvis, what do you want to do?
I'm gonna throw that bomb, man. It's time to
Okay, so
intoxicate
that bomb
this
has a
thing.
very
Oh, I should
small
probably
range.
move.
Yeah. So you can move up to here and throw, but it's gonna. You could do it. You could get it.
Or maybe up.
Yes, please. Just pinball it off some trees and then.
Just not near me, please.
It's probably going past you.
I hope so.
God, it's just an intoxicating bomb. We'll just forget it. We're fighting.
Oh, that's the case.
All right. So with your bombs, we go here. You're ranged to special attacks. So you get a +8, right? And then it's a 20-foot, but so you have a penalty at range, right? So you're gonna have. We'll say that you have a -6 on that because of the distance of the bomb. You basically have a +2.
Okay. Now I'm turning.
Okay, so you miss, and it is going to drift.
Let's see where it goes.
So it hits here, so it doesn't go far enough. So you chuck it too far and or not far enough, and it lands and poof. And you see this pop, and it's like a Molotov cocktail. You smell booze burning right there in front of you.
Well, this is just the intoxicating one, right?
Yep. Yeah. So it will do. That's right. Instead of damage, it would do that. But so yeah, you smell the booze. It doesn't hurt. It wouldn't hurt you. But and it's not close enough to intoxicate you. But all right.
I'm glad. My guy's like,
Probably
all right.
wouldn't give me
So
a-
Khan
Minus
and
the
Berrigan, you guys are up.
All right. Well, my first question is, how fast can he move? Being a dwarf, he probably isn't going to move as fast.
Right. So he has a speed.
he's rocking a mech suit though.
Well,
yeah,
that's where
right.
that's where I'm going next. Yeah, and I've got basically jump jets, right?
Right. So if you let me see your thing, so I can't remember what type of dwarf.
trees.
We do have a type of dwarf. Give me your. So he does have a base speed of 20 feet, but he does have an ability because of the type of dwarf he is. Their lineage is they were like the Viking raiders. So he actually can charge 60 feet or run 120. So he's basically he's much more
Mobile.
Mobile, yeah. So he can do basically a 3 times speed charge instead of 2 times.
Okay.
This is his little sub
Could I still attack at the end of that?
Not if you move more than your 20 feet, you cannot do another action,
Okay.
basically.
Because I've got the 4th level contraption, the boiler cannon, that fires a 60-foot stream of boiling water that deals 8d6 fire damage. So what I'm wondering is could I get close enough? And he's got essentially the same kind of thing at a lesser range. But what I'm wondering is, could I move far enough to actually do that, to attack him effectively with that?
So you're about 120 feet from him.
Okay.
And so a 60-foot plus a 20-foot move, you still got a little bit of a delta there. So you could pop something to fly after him.
Yeah. What is and that's one of the. I have basically 4 of those things I can do. Could I fly and then attack him? Could I use to fly and then?
Oh, so you would
land?
have to activate. You would have to spend your attack action basically to activate your contraption.
Okay.
Yeah. And so then next turn, basically, you could activate your contraption and get there.
closer.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then that would last longer, so you would then be able to move without activating next round, right?
Okay.
So,
Yeah, let's do that. Let's get closer. I'll use the jets.
perfect. The beauty of the gearhead is you kind of get to pick what slots you put it on because you have a limited number of slots per body. So why don't you tell us what it looks like when you activate your jets?
You got the Iron Man's one in the
No,
palm.
not the hands
Shoes,
things. I
shoes.
definitely see him. I see him like with kind of like the Mini, but with there's a big pack, and it's got like all these because everything here fires out of a nozzle on something. So there's like 2 nozzles, which whether they like chunk down or something, and it's like rocket pack type stuff.
All right.
With lots of like gushing dust from the road and stuff
Sweet.
like that. So
Okay, cool. And so that allows you to move 120,
all right.
right? Is that what's at the speed that it gives you?
It says 40 for 80 minutes.
Oh, okay, gotcha. So after you do that, then you can move here. But then next turn you can double. So you're going to be able to close that distance basically.
Okay.
Again, you can double move, and you would be double moving at 80, or you could run at 160. So you can actually really close that distance. Okay, perfect. And Con?
Well, I'm gonna get closer, so.
Okay, so you'll get about here with a double move, or you could sprint all the way here.
Kind of get here.
Okay.
The double move.
Perfect. Okay, so we are up at the top of the round. This guy jumps and lumbers up into the trees and bounds away. I'm not going to say it's impossible to hit him, but you're losing him. Okay, Callan, you're up.
Well, I'm not. Do I have any sense that Purvis could track him at this point, or do we? Like, is he up in the trees?
Mhm.
So we aren't going to be shooting guns up into the trees to be able to keep up.
Oh,
or
I
anything like that.
have
Oh,
a,
hold on a sec.
I have
I
a-
do need to make another
looks like
roll
a-
here. Okay, you're good.
I have a feat here called Rundown, which is basically I can track using my survival skills. Basically, it's a prescription skill, and then I can add half of my level to try to track him down.
Yeah, even through the trees, maybe he's dripping blood or.
Well, I mean,
Knocking limbs and leaves.
at the
Well,
very-
we did blow a hole through his side,
That's
so
true.
he's got to have something coming. But
That's
Oh
true.
yeah,
If
radio.
it, if
yeah.
it bleeds, we can kill it.
if it leaks fluid, we can kill it.
Payback time.
I think
His
the
power
best,
steering's out.
the best I would do.
And I got his knee.
Yeah,
That's true. Yeah, he's not going to keep up this pace. So, I mean, I will just run to where I last saw him or do my best to track him. If I think I can get a shot, even if it's just to scare him, I'll shoot up into the trees
Okay, cool.
near him.
Yeah, so you can.
Just to know we're here.
So you can run, and you think he's right about here.
Okay.
So you can pop a revolver shot.
I'll just shoot right about there.
Okay, so
Do I need to?
no need to roll.
Because I can blow it up or something.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sorry. Yes, for the misfire, you do need to roll. Thanks for the reminder.
Kept my mouth shut. if I crit this, then I'm in trouble.
Okay, you're good. So yeah, for the firearms in Pathfinder, they all have a misfire chance. So usually it's on a 1 or a 1 or 2, they'll jam, and they'll have the broken condition. They'll get a penalty to hit. No big deal. You can spend a minute clearing it out or whatever. But if you want to keep going, and if you misfire before you clear it again, it blows up in your hand.
Ugh.
So
Okay.
Yeah, it's fun times. All right.
That didn't happen, everybody.
That didn't happen. All right. So, Purvis and Slim.
Okay, well, I want a tracking, so I'm gonna use my rundown. Can I use this deputized skill here? How close do you
Yeah.
have to be deputized?
I don't think there's a range on it.
Okay, because I think I recognize this guy from a warrant somewhere, and I'm going to declare a warrant on him, which will give us a +4 bonus. Okay, so I like this character. I'm gonna play this when I play this game. And then I'm going to deputize the people who are close to us, so they can get half of my bonus. They'll get a +2 bonus to hitting as well within 30 feet. But it only lasts for 2 rounds, guys. So I want to track him, and if I get a sight on him, I'm going to shoot him again.
So I will tell you
They
this.
go with the civil rights stuff, you know.
I could produce a warrant. That's
Sure.
what so I can do that. But,
Yeah, and the warrant is limited to humanoids, but the wood booger, we're going to call him a humanoid. I can't remember exactly. I don't have the stat block in front of me, but I think he is a base humanoid. But so you can't, you see a gelatinous cube and issue a warrant out for his arrest.
It's wearing a cowboy hat.
Slap the cuffs on
the
him.
gelatinous cube has.
But anyway,
Inside of it, I might be able to recognize.
but yeah, so you're good. I'll allow it, absent
Okay.
the full stat block in front of me.
Okay, so should I see him? I have to do the rundown on him right first, so that would be my perception plus the half of my levels, which would be where's my perception again? So here we go. Here we are. It's +8 +4, so 8, 10, 11, 12. So I got a +12. Come on, guys. Oh yeah, I rolled a 15. So
Yeah, 27.
Yeah.
So the one thing when you're tracking, you do go half speed unless you want to take like a -20 to your check. So
No.
you'll be you can't
half speed.
sprint. You
Yeah.
can't sprint after someone trying to follow
but
check.
I can
Yeah.
see him still shoot at him.
Yep.
With the intent to. I mean.
Try to get him angry enough to actually.
Yeah, at least
Hey, so when you
one
issue the
thing-
warrant, Slim, what's that sound like?
It's basically, I recognize that critter. He's got a warrant on him. There's a bonus if we can get him.
Nice.
Well, technically,
Tax
when the-
evasion.
When the halflings commissioned us to track this down, technically, couldn't that be a warrant?
Yeah. So actually, the beauty of Slim is you're not recognizing a warrant. You're issuing the warrant.
I am.
You
Oh,
are.
okay.
So
Yeah.
you're
There we
saying, stop in the name of the law. I'm bringing you in.
Yeah.
type of-
Oh.
It's a type of deal,
You
yeah.
cyborg, you damn dirty cyborg, ape
So-
corn thief.
You blew it up.
Do I still have a chance to shoot at him?
Yeah, so you're able to move.
Uh-huh.
You're able to track and issue that warrant, and then still fire again. So you have
Yeah.
one more shot in your gun before you have to reload.
Okay.
This shot.
Okay. Ready?
This
Here
is
we
a
go.
double barrel.
10 plus 11 is 21.
Okay.
According to this, does this mean I have 2 attacks?
If you do nothing else in the round, so if you move or do any of your other actions, you could actually fire with both barrels of your shotgun. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
But
I think I used 1 round just a moment ago. I didn't reload yet.
right, and you wanted to move and track those tracks and issue the warrant. So if you move or do other actions like that, you cannot do 2 attacks. But anyway,
Also, I found here there's a special attack here. That roundup I did before should have been a 2d6.
well, yeah, plus
Yeah,
2d6
so can
damage,
I
right?
Do that now as well?
I would be more than happy to let you roll that 2d6
Okay.
bonus damage.
You can grab one of mine too if you want.
Oh, I just figured I just rolled twice.
Okay.
Oh, no, I'll take this one. That's pretty good.
They're pretty.
Yeah. We got 4.
They're doubles.
4 plus. Yeah. But we also
No-
get the
no
extra.
other- No extra bonus because it's the 2d6.
Okay.
You already rolled all the other damage.
We're good. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
So, sorry.
All right.
It's go ahead.
Nice.
Middle dice do much better once they're warmed up.
All right, so your shotgun shot, because of the penalties due to range and his cover, just blasts off into the treetops. Okay,
But at least everybody knows kind of where he's at.
Yes.
absolutely.
Over there.
Okay, and then next up, we've got Purvis.
Gotta move, I guess. All I've got left is to fire the banjo pepperbox rifle. I don't have any other bombs prepared. Or does he?
No, he does. He has 10 bombs. So the preparing a bomb and throwing it is all the same action.
Okay.
And then you can, when you're mixing that last agent, you can kind of add your effect or whatever. So you could either throw a regular bomb or the intoxicating bomb, and they're all prepared basically
Okay.
for the action economy of it. It's just
Well, I'm probably out of range for an incendiary bomb, right?
right. So the maximum range on a thrown item is 5 times its. So it's only 50 feet. You can throw a bomb. So you're kind of.
I'll run as far as I can and then fire my pepper box rifle.
Okay.
And you get a +2 for my warrant.
Sweet, that's right.
Right. So we'll move you up about 20 feet, right there, and then you play a GSUS 7 chord and.
11 plus 8 plus 2, 19, 21.
21. Okay. Again, with the penalties to the range and the cover, it's just you plow through an oak branch.
We need, yeah.
You need to get close to
We
this
need
guy.
a minigun.
His arm is a minigun.
We'll get it. We'll get it.
All they do is cut his arm off and shoot him with it.
And then we can clear the forest.
All right. So now we've got Khan and Berrigan. So Berrigan, you now have the ability if you. Just put your head down and jet. You can go 160 feet with that fly, and if you do nothing else.
Well, so how far can I go? How close can I get close enough to move and then also attack him?
No,
when
you'll
I
be able to
land
move
somewhere?
40 and attack, or 80 or 160 and not attack.
Okay. Because what I don't want to do is set myself up where I'm the lone target from this guy, just because I know I'll roll crappy. Well, basically, I want to get as close as I can, and here's what I'm thinking. I'm in the air, so could I land on a tree, basically? Could I land on a tree
Yeah.
branch
Yep.
closer to the guy
Yep.
to kind of keep pace and hopefully keep in range to use one of my ranged weapons?
Yeah, so
on him
you
at
can
some
go,
point?
you can head in that direction and kind of go up at an angle and gain altitude. And you can go a full 160. Now, when you get up there, I'm going to need you to roll me a perception check.
Okay.
See if you actually find him in the trees.
Then let's go for that.
And I'm going to roll my stealth.
Perception plus 10. Come on, man. No more 5s and 2s. 8, 19?
19.
19 plus 10, 29.
And get it.
Yeah, so
Plus
as
two
you fly, you see that signature green glow. And so you're basically, we're going to say 20 feet from him, about 10 feet higher than him. So you turn and you see him right there. And so you guys see he's stopped and turned. And that's your turn, Con.
How far away am I?
From him, you are approximately, from Berrigan, you see where Berrigan has stopped. And you are approximately 110 feet as linearly, but he's also up in the trees about 60 feet.
Okay. I'm probably going to sprint then.
Okay, so you can, you can sprint 4 times your speed that way. And so your speed's 30,
Yes.
right? So you can go
it's
120. You can get right under him, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, great. And then, perfect. And then we're back at the top. The creature is running, but he sees you and he screams, "Ah!" And his arm, actually, you see it rotate.
God.
He just sprays bullets at you.
Old
Okay.
painless.
That was coming.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, so he's gonna plus. Okay, I got a 24 to hit.
Okay.
So your armor class is going to be AC in bold up at the top left of your sheet.
20.
Okay, so I get you, right? So I have a bunch of hits, right? Oof. Okay, 20 damage. So
Okay. I have 34 HP.
okay, so you're down to 14, and you can write on that character sheet to keep your current hit points.
Does
Okay.
the pneumatic armor offer any additional protection?
It'll
Plus
it'll
one-
calculate into your AC.
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
already there.
So I'll calculate
All
it. in
right.
there.
So what do I do? I took 20.
Yeah.
Okay, so down to 14. All right.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna give back.
Yeah.
It is
He's
a
gonna get a
freaking
taste.
minigun. God.
Yeah, and he and you you see, there's a tiny, mini, like a micro steam boiler here. So when he does something in that thing, it pumps steam, spins that thing, and fires it off. You're kind of wowed by the level of technology in this primate, and but
corn stealing monkey.
but he jumps, he bounds and bounds away. So he gets 50 feet through the trees further.
He's gonna get away.
Now, does he like where is he going in relation to the shot tower?
Directly towards it.
Okay. Well, is it me? Or do I remember?
Oh, I'm sorry. It is your turn.
Okay,
Yeah,
come
Callan.
on. I'm just gonna run for the shot tower then,
And kind of ignore him.
and just kind of ignore him.
Perfect.
And I might just like say something like, "He's head to the shot tower," and just dart. So if I can get past him, under him, and like find a position at the shot tower, or as close as I can this round.
Perfect. Okay, Purvis and Slim.
I'm gonna follow him.
Okay. Is anybody not going to do that? Is everybody wanting to kind of go towards there and rally at the base?
Unless I can hit him with my boiler
I can-
cannon, that's what I would do. I mean, if he's in range and I can hit him, realistically, I'd do that. But otherwise,
Yeah.
let's just go.
Wasn't I like underneath him?
You
when he-
were, and then you moved 50
Yeah.
feet. Yep.
So I can go my 30 feet and hit him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's about 60 feet up. So, yeah,
Okay.
you'll have some penalties from your shots, but you could absolutely do that.
Don't forget you have the +2.
I've got your +2.
And
And
also
Alright.
there's +2 for damage too.
So,
if you hit.
Callan and Slim, they're kind of just booking it towards the tower.
Tower.
So, yeah,
so I'm going my 30 feet.
Purvis, sorry, hold on a second. Before Khan goes, Purvis, did you want to do anything different or just run towards
I'm running as well, yeah.
Okay, great. So you two are the only ones still kind of engaging, but you'll go. You two go at the same time, so you can kind of pick who goes first.
And you're closer to him.
Yeah. Okay. So can I shoot him? And I guess that's another one of the actions, right?
Yes, he's about 55 feet away from you, given the difference in elevation and all.
I can
And
just hit him with the 60-foot stream from the boiler cannon.
You still got to move, don't you?
Do I have to move, or am I close enough?
you're close enough. Let me see your first sheet. Fly. So in Pathfinder, you have a fly skill, and I'm trying to remember exactly how it works. But you're trying to hover, or are you going to continue your movement? You can move and shoot.
Yeah.
If you try to hover, I'm going to have to get out a rule book and make sure that
No,
you.
well, I don't mind pursuing.
Yeah.
But especially if it gets me in, if
Get
the
you
range,
closer for-
if
Get
it makes
you
my
in
range
closer
attack
range.
more effective.
Yeah. So okay. So you move up, get within 10 feet of them, let's say.
I don't know if I want to get that close. Maybe 20 feet of them.
Get within 1 foot of you. Want
You want to be right on top
He
of him.
can't shoot you if you're sitting on the gun.
And if he's running from me, and I noticed
Or on his
the steam
shoulders.
We might
contraption
need
on
to
his
do
back.
that.
If I'm targeting that, is there a potential I could disable that or something? Since he's
yeah.
kind of
Yeah.
got-
Sure. So how about we'll say this: if you can either try to damage him, or try to disable his technology. You have to pick one.
I'm going to shoot for the technology.
Okay, cool. All right, so so this is the steam.
Yeah, the shoulder-mounted nozzle fires boiling water that deals 8d6 of non-combusting fire damage to all creatures in line.
Yep. So you don't have to roll an attack roll.
Okay.
So you, what I have to do is there should be a reflex save on there.
It says DC 15 to half.
Yep. Okay.
It also says something. It does bull rush against one target.
Yeah. So you can actually knock him back if you wanted to. I don't think you want to because that make him go further,
But,
or
you know-
knock him out of the trees. Yeah.
And it does say it could extinguish normal fires. Is there a chance if it's got like a boiler or something, could it like?
If it is
snuff
not,
out
if it is not like completely warehoused,
Sealed
yeah,
up or
yeah,
something.
okay. So you're trying to specifically
target
damage.
the machine that was basically was moving the cannon and stuff. 'Cause I'm assuming a lot of his tech is built on that. So
Yeah. So it's a. Okay. I got you. Trying to figure out how I want to adjudicate. So I'm going to roll a save for the equipment.
okay.
Natural 20. So you don't disable it, but I will let you damage it. All right. So you still get to roll your 8d6.
8. We still got 8 here. Yeah.
Yeah, you still got it.
Okay. 4, 12, 16, 2023.
Okay. Okay. So it has. So anytime you attack an object that's made of something stronger than like paper, it has hardness and toughness and hit points. So you do some damage to it, right? You spray super hot steam, but the problem is this is a boiler which is rated for super hot steam. So you do some damage to the straps holding the thing together to his back and all that. But it's not enough to blow it up or anything. I just happen to roll really well on my save for the equipment. All right.
That's how it goes.
They won't die.
All right, Con, you want to shoot?
Yeah, I think. So he's 60 feet up.
Yeah.
We need to do a Pythagorean triangle.
Yeah, so near.
Well, you can move. I'm going to say, so it's going to be 20 over and 60 up, right? So.
Who's got it? Who's got it in them?
I'm an English major. Don't ask me.
Yeah.
360, 400, square root of 400? I don't know.
Fine. If you wanted to make it easier, I think I've seen what we usually do in our games is we take what would be an average between the two numbers and call it the number, just for dirty math.
So
we
40?
call it.
40.
Okay, that's cool.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
So I think that would. So it's -2 for every.
What's the range on that? Is that
20.
pistol? Yeah, so it's -2 beyond for every 20 beyond 20, right?
So it would be -2.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
Nice.
But she has the +2, so it doesn't.
Yeah, it
So
counts. It
because
counters
of
it
her
out
warrant.
for the warrant.
Yeah, perfect.
So it actually doesn't change anything. Though I did really bad. 15.
15. Okay.
My revolver does really good.
So it's not enough to hit him. He's juking, trying to dodge all the attacks. So blazes off into the trees. And, okay, so he spends his whole move, and he actually gets to the tower. And he's up on the tower going in a hatch into the inside the building. And
Is that on like the top of the tower?
about halfway up, yeah. There's like some sort of ladder up the side, but he actually there's some hole, not really a hatch, but a hole, and he goes inside the tower and goes down. Okay, so we're gonna say he's outside of combat. You definitely don't want to go in there alone, Bergen, flying through there, okay? So we're going to get you guys to the entrance of the area here. We've got less than a half hour left until we need to stop. So I'm going to narrate a little bit, okay? And then we'll get this kind of final problem solved with the solution. All right.
I was thinking if there's gorilla babies, like a basement full of cute gorilla babies, then we made a terrible mistake.
So the wood boogers children, we call them we call them devil monkeys in our supplements, but they're probably cute. Cute little devil.
Definitely cute. Little
That cute
demonic
devil,
faces.
yeah.
Cute devil
Remember, these are cyborg devil monkeys.
How do you make cyborg babies? That's a distraction. Let's go.
Oh, there's tech viruses in this world.
Oh,
we
yeah.
can
Really?
make cyborg babies.
Oh yeah, there's a clockwork plague if you want it. Yeah. Anyway, okay. So you guys go in through the main entrance, right? The doors are still on, but kind of hanging. They're not locked or anything. It looks like this has not been traversed through this front door in maybe a decade. Okay. But you do hear the whir of a generator deep inside the compound. Okay, so somebody's making some sort of power.
Can either of us recognize that sound? Is it something that we'd be able to identify audibly, like what kind of generator or how big it might be or something like that?
Yeah, so it is. It sounds like a steam turbine generator. So there's some sort of boilers that are putting steam through something spinning and generating that. Okay. You think from the thrum and you're listening, and these boilers are probably in the basement, right? So you guys head down into the basement, And in the basement, there's a series of water management systems, so troughs, almost like a sewer system for like diverting and treating this water and reusing it for the different processes for this old plant that is currently being used by somebody. At one point, you guys get through closer towards the sound, and you're in one of these hallways, and we would have played this out, but we just don't have the time. And you guys trip a tripwire, and you actually release this 2-part epoxy foam that fills the whole room and sticks you guys. And it also lets off a really high-pitched hiss as it reacts and alarms everyone to your presence. But you're able to, burn it away and get out. And you guys have bits of like, if you ever play with that triple expand foam, you got foam
great
all
stuff on
over
it.
you. Yeah,
Like-
exactly.
We got great stuff on it.
Exactly.
Man, that stuff, I've had that in my armpit before. That stuff's awful.
All right. But you guys finally get to the to what looks like a lab, right? And it looks like there's some sort of scientist that works here, right? There's all types of books and implements. There is a big stagnant pool with huge pipes that look like they were like haphazardly added or rerouted here, dumping green stuff into the pond. And there's also very clearly evidence from that fact that there's a corpse of one of these big apes that's been worked on and played with it. This guy's probably found these things in the wild and has been like bolting stuff onto them and figuring that out, right? But the scientist seems to be gone. But this thing is actually in the room, and it's like running around, and it's like thinking. It's like tapping this little metal cap on its skull, thinking. Like it has instructions or something if someone comes in here. And finally, it's like, and it goes and it pulls a lever, and these wires shock the pool, and just a horde of undead halflings and humans pile out and start coming at you guys. So I'm gonna build the room, and we'll have a little fight. Okay.
Okay.
Oh no.
I should have shot him before he pulled the
No
lever.
double monkeys.
When he was doing this.
I don't feel bad about this situation at all. I'm gonna tell
Are
everybody.
you sure there might be some baby zombies?
if they're
there,
baby
right?
zombies, that's their
that might
problem.
be.
Is it
Baby
baby
monkey
zombies or
zombie.
zombie
Baby monkey
babies?
zombies.
Because I think
I mean, I don't want
Interesting.
to get into
Well,
zombie regeneration.
if you
whatever.
watch
That's
if you read the Crossed comic, the zombies were procreating.
See, that's I don't want any of that business.
It's
going on.
it's disgusting.
you don't think you do, but maybe you do.
What do
All
you
right.
think? Nope.
Well, never mind.
Crossed.
Here, let's,
the most
um,
terrifying comic I've ever read.
For the sake of time, I'm not gonna make this
The
super
plague
accurate.
makes this like cross of disease across their eyes and down the middle of their face.
So I'll show you guys. That is like the edge of the pool, okay? And
Hey, the mules are back.
the meals. Wow. Wow.
Can we name them now?
Yeah. Thing one, thing two.
Yeah, Mule 1, Mule 2.
Guys, good to see you
Dead
guys.
and deader.
There's a good one.
All right, so there's like 3 troughs that come from other rooms that all meet up and dump into here, okay? But I am trying to rush to get this done in time for you all here. So.
How big is the spoon?
Alright.
More mules.
We wonder where they all went to.
Alright, so I need one more.
Let's-
Alright, so there's a pool that goes back there. There's a wall there, but I really want to get this going for you. So, you guys are going to come through this little hatch here. This service hatch. Right? And so there's going to be pools that like water things would fall through here and a third one through there and feed this pond. And but you guys all come in here, and I'll go ahead and let you guys roll initiative. Chris, can you take down everyone's initiative right here?
Yeah.
For me. So everyone roll, take your bonus, and give it to Chris.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what it was.
16.
Thank you.
16.
17.
12. So how big is this room?
Exactly this big. So each of these is a square of 5 feet.
Okay.
So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 across.
Is there literally like a little opening like that behind us?
Yeah.
Could we just withdraw, and then they're funneled through the opening, and then we can take them out in smaller numbers,
The hot gates.
and then maybe even collapse the opening?
I think it's time for one of my incendiary bombs.
I think you're right.
Yeah, I don't think there's.
And how-
Maybe if I played kind
Give
of
me a
differently, I
4
might
instead for my
want to
booger.
keep all this equipment. But I'm perfectly fine with blowing
And
this
then a 20 from those.
necromancer.
Oh my God.
I don't know
Zombies
how,
get to-
you know, I don't know how many undead we're talking about, but you know, it might be nice to
We're
kind
down in a
of.
blaze of glory.
Well, we don't get a choice.
What'd you guys get?
7.
The zombies got 20.
Yep.
Heaps.
Well, they got shocked, right? So they're like super excited.
Yeah.
I got an adrenaline rush going on there.
Extra twitchy.
Yeah, there we go. Okay, I'm gonna fill in those gaps on the floor, but so we're gonna place you guys in this room while I finish filling it up.
Did we come in through the hole?
Yeah, it's just like a service hash.
We had a duck. All of us had a duck.
You said purpose. No.
No, I mean included.
Put that there for fun. Okay. Alright, so the zombies all come up out of the pool. Hogs walkers. Yet, Charles. No.
Oh wow.
All right, so they pop up out of the pool, and then we roll an initiative. So they are going to lumber at you guys. So 5, 10, 15, 20.
Oh, jeez. That was a meat leg.
Time to break out the wrenches.
Oh God, we're getting swarmed
are
like,
they?
instantly.
So Callan, this one like moves through and gives you what's called an attack of opportunity. So you can actually swing with a melee weapon that you do have ready.
Oh, I am swinging with the weapon.
So you want to swing the solution at him.
I am going to swing the solution.
That's what you named your
I
wrench.
dub the problem.
So the wood booger is it's a Bigfoot, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's about twice as big as Slim, if not more.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
What? It's no problem, right?
Okay, well, I'm assuming I do my roll here. Is this first +9? Is that an attack bonus?
That's your first. Yep, that's what you would roll to your first attack, or if you only make one, that attack.
Okay, so I got a 20.
Okay, so you connect with this thing, and you're able to roll damage. So you hit its armor class.
10. Maximum damage.
Heck yeah. We need it.
Okay, so the one that just ran up to you and kind of ran past you a little bit to try to get to him. You clock it upside the head. You cave in his temple. He's still up.
Oh my God.
But
He is a zombie.
you've hurt him as badly as you can. All right. So they all move and they get to attack because they were within range. So,
Okay.
a couple of them are going to lumber. A couple of them are just going to like swing attacks. Some of them are actually going to try to grab you guys and start gnawing on your brains, maybe. So we've got 3 are coming at you, Con. Okay.
Okay.
And they are initiating grapples. So you can pick one of them and get an attack of opportunity. If you have a melee weapon out, which I don't know if you came in with guns. If you came in with guns out, then you don't have but I'll let you kind of pick that.
I think once I got in and realized we were going to be in a close situation, I probably swap out my ranged for a...
That's fine if that's what you want to do. So if you want to swing a melee weapon at one of them as an attack of opportunity, that because it's not trained in unarmed combat, so as it goes to grab you, it
17.
that'll hit him. So you can roll damage.
Let's see, the damage is 1d6 plus 8. 10.
10 damage. Okay, it doesn't drop him, so they all 3 are going to try their grapple. So what is your CMD? That should be on the left-hand side. Next to base attack, it'll go CMB and CMD after base attack. About halfway down. 11.
Or plus 15 to grapple.
So it's 15 for grapple? Okay, so I've got to get at least a 15 with any of these guys to successfully grapple you. And they do have a modifier, but... okay, so none of them are able to grapple you. So instead of like swinging and trying to hurt you, they're just trying to grab your collarbone, reach into your jaw, and just trying to hold you. Okay. All right. So that's these 3.
So I'm not
right.
grappled.
You are not grappled. This one just ran around here and he's trying to get past his buddies and he can't. So we've got, let's see, 3 are trying to do the same thing to you, Callan. Okay, so I need to see your CMD. Looks like it's 18 because you're so agile. I can see it there. So, all right. So, okay. All right. 2 of them are able to grab onto you.
Oh no.
So now you are grappled, which gives a whole host of problems. First of all, you're going to have to, you can either attack with a light weapon, which your big, your hammer you can attack with in melee, or you can try to break free, but otherwise they're going to try to do some bad stuff while they're grappling you. Purvis, this one's just going to swing at you with a 22 to hit your AC, and your AC 17, so he's going to hit, but he's not too tough. About 4 damage.
Alrighty.
Okay. And then Slim, 2 of them are going to try to grapple you. You get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, okay.
And the reason you didn't get is you already took an attack of opportunity. You get 1 per round.
Oh,
so just so you know.
I'm gonna use my double-barreled shotgun.
But slam them? Okay.
Nice.
I rolled a 2.
All right.
Not very good.
All right.
We were pretty good in the woods, but
Yeah.
I think maybe
Close
this is not
cut.
our...
Close cut.
All right. Does a
We're spooked, man.
does a
We got spooked.
17
That's
hit
true.
your
That was pretty
CMD?
gross.
No.
I know. I got 22.
All right. So you're able to hold them off. You try to slam them, and then you hold them off with your gun. All right. And that is the zombies. Thanks. Okay. So 17. You're up next, Slim.
All right. I hit that one. I'm pretty much going to keep hold with one hand and grab my pistol and put it in his gut and shoot him if I can.
Nice. Okay.
So, pistol. It's a 14.
14 will hit these guys. They have a really
Alright.
low AC.
Wow.
And D8 plus. Let's see. Oh, wrong place. That's still just 2 points of damage though.
2.
Yeah, I must have stuck it through some ribs.
You put them all the way through and out the back. I forgot how zombies work.
Okay.
Well, we're new to zombies in this
Callan,
world. These are some
it's
of the
now
first
your
zombies.
proper turn. So
Okay.
you're grappled, so you're going to want to either break free or start swinging at these guys with your light hammer.
I do not like the idea of being grappled by 2 zombies, so I'm going to try to break free.
Okay, so you probably want to use your escape artist. That's probably your better thing. So that's a skill. Yep. Escape artist.
Okay.
What do you have there?
+5,
All right. Oh, also, or you could use your CMB, which is there.
+7,
Okay, so you could probably use your +7 then.
+7.
Oh,
think
So you're unable to get out of it, and that's your turn.
I think I just gave him a big hug.
Trying to bite your
I
back.
got a couple questions.
Okay.
I know because we got here through the narrative. Are we in the same room with the experiments that you mentioned that there were some partially experimented gorilla stuff?
Yeah, right here. There's a.
Okay, so they're not within reach of us anyway. Because what I was wondering is if any of the fallen gorilla ones, if any of their Gatling guns were attached and functional.
Good question.
But I would have asked that like when we came in, not.
Well, that's
you know.
fine.
Well, the reason why I said I just want to start smashing things if I can. I don't want to sacrifice my.
There is a Gatling gun over there.
I can fix it.
Trying to get to it.
Well, I can jump maybe if the room's big enough.
Well, you're busy hugging zombies right now.
Is the room high enough for me to jump out and get to that?
Maybe if you can give them enough love, they'll stop.
Yeah, so there is a 20-foot ceiling because you got pipes and everything dropping in here. Yeah.
Okay.
So you're not grappled, right?
No.
No.
They
So
didn't
yeah.
even go after
So yeah,
me.
you could just. Well, you need to activate a new spell.
Okay, and I have
or a
one
new
left,
contraption, yep.
basically. But so that would take the turn to activate it, but I could.
You could no. You could still. You could move 40 feet after you activate it.
Okay. Because the other option is I got a Warhammer, and I think it does some pretty decent damage, but I'm not 100% clear on how that works here. It's got. Or am I even in range of one of them? Is there a
Yeah, there's
zombie
one
I
right
could
here.
Crush? Okay. Because there's no guarantee that Gatling gun works. Well, I'm gonna go for the goal. I'm gonna go for the epic. I'm gonna make the jump and try to get the big gun.
Okay, so you
I've got a
pop your
jury
jet
rig
again.
powder. I can
No.
probably fix it if I get there.
All right, so
And,
5.
well, for what it's worth, I do too. But the question is,
Oh,
does it have
yeah,
ammo or anything?
yeah,
I'm gonna
that's
try.
right.
So you pop your jet. You fly up over. 2 of them actually. Con, you're not grappled, right?
No.
Okay, so 3 of them are gonna swing at you as you fly
Just me,
by.
baby.
Okay, does a 19 hit you?
My AC is 20.
So no. So they're all like, you fly right over them, and you can land. And the next turn, you can interact with this Gatling gun. It is attached to the rotting arm of a wood booger. All right, and okay.
The least gross thing in this
Gotta
room
reach
right
inside its spine to like trigger it.
Whatever it takes, man.
now. I shove my hand in its hand.
I got
in the
engineering and
gun.
jury rig. If that thing's loaded, I can find, and I don't get eaten, I can find a way
All
to
right.
make that work.
Con, you're up.
All right. The one that I hit before, I'm going to try to hit again.
Sweet. Yeah.
23.
Oh, that'll hit.
6. 6.
All right. Do you get any strength
Plus-
bonus?
It was. All right. I was looking at
That's okay.
it. Plus 8. So
Yeah. So you just crush him.
yeah.
All right. Nice.
All right, one down.
All right, so you can swing again. So you're high enough level that you get 2 attacks. So you see the slash after the attack bonus. There's another number.
Oh, okay.
You add that to your second attack roll.
Okay.
So you can just swing another one.
26.
Okay, that'll hit.
And 11 damage.
Okay, so he's not dead yet.
Not dead yet. I feel like a walk.
All right. So after. Okay. All right, Purvis, you're up.
I think I'm gonna use spider climb, get out of the reach of all these zombies.
All right, so he has a little brew that he drinks and allows him to climb the wall. All right, sweet. So you drink it, and then, okay, that guy's grappling, so you're fine, yeah. So you,
hang out up in the pipes 20 feet and start creating, making a brew to blow some stuff up.
okay, I got you up here in the corner. All right, perfect. Okay.
I think I want to try to target that dude because he's gonna start lighting us up.
Yeah.
He comes over to you and
He remembers you.
Yeah.
Not looking good, buddy.
oh, he's gonna get you.
Oh God!
Oh, no.
All right. I tried, guys. What can I say?
Yeah, you did.
Oh.
like
9 damage. You're still alive. You have 5 left,
Unbelievably.
right?
I don't suppose anybody has anything that can help
Yes.
me out on that front.
Cassie
right?
did, but nobody picked
oh,
Cassie.
all right.
Should've
So
thought about that.
Yeah.
Wait, we went on an adventure without a healer. That was not a good call.
I've got a
awesome. I can do
healing
this.
drought, but that's bad.
I can do this.
Charles, I got you.
Yeah.
I got some healing potions. I can spider climb over, drop you a healing
Let's see if we
potion.
can do that.
Okay.
We might.
All
That could
right.
be for
What's
naught,
your
but
AC,
maybe.
Con? Con, what's your AC?
17.
17. Oh. Oof, no good. Okay. So, 1 hits you for 7 damage. Swings hard at you. 2 more coming at you, Slim. They're just swinging. Ooh, I got a potential crit. Does a 16 hit your AC?
No.
Okay,
I got
so,
19.
yep, so just 2 hits.
Okay.
11 damage total.
Okay.
All right, and then, okay, so the 2 that are grappling you. Oh yeah, okay. There's 2 more try to join the grapple first.
That's good. It's a hug party.
They both successfully.
Yes. I figured.
Yep. So now you
Here's what
have.
I'll do, guys. I'll just have them all pile on me.
And
you
then
get
we'll
them
just,
from behind.
Yeah.
Too bad you didn't put an acid bomb in you.
Yes.
But then we couldn't name him.
All right. Now the other 2 that have you, they are going to try to pin you. So they're going to take make basically a grapple check with +5, and they're going to actually try to like put you on the ground and.
We're just teaching the mechanics
Yeah.
of the game. That's all.
We're not attached to these characters
I'm
yet.
sorry, I'm quite sadistic. So no. Okay, so but they are unable to. You're able to fight.
Okay.
So you got 4 of them on you, and they haven't yet gotten to the point where they're chewing on brain yet. And so that's all my dudes. So we're gonna go ahead and go to Slim.
Oh gosh. I got that pistol out again. I'm still gonna try to.
So I'll just tell you that your shotgun's a scatter weapon.
Yeah.
Do we need to cut? Is someone else coming in?
I think maybe around 7.
Okay. So can we finish this battle up?
Yeah, I think I give you like 20 minutes, half an hour.
Thank you.
oh, cool.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, I do have that shattered. Yeah, you're right. I do
Yeah,
have it.
man.
Can I want to double barrel that thing and use it twice. if
Sweet.
possible.
So yeah, so you're going to be able to apply that damage to like both these guys, like in a cone if you want.
Awesome. Let's do that.
So 1 attack roll for the first one.
Well, the first one is a 13.
So hold on. Okay, so that doesn't.
Nope, I don't think so. And the second one is a 18.
Okay, so the second one hits, so you can roll damage and it'll apply to them both.
1d8 plus 2.
Nice.
6 plus 2 makes 8.
8. Good deal. So one of them's got 2 holes in him now, and he looks like he's in pretty bad shape.
Cool.
Okay, Callan.
I guess I'm just gonna try to escape again because I don't think I'm gonna fight these guys off with a hammer under 4, right?
Okay, yeah.
So I need to get out from underneath this.
All right, so you're going to add your CMB, and you're going to have to get a 14.
Okay. And nothing I've got.
What
You got a
about
+7.
another stand up? I mean, I don't know if that works when you're, being swarmed by
No,
zombies. But
no, doesn't. So you're going to need a 14, not hard.
Harder than you'd think. That's an 11.
Yeah, okay, so no good. So after Callan, Bergen, you're up.
All right, I'm at the stupid gun, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do I need to do a skill thing here?
Yeah, so
or
it's going to be a
engineering or
knowledge
jury rig?
engineering.
Okay.
And it's a DC 25 to activate a gun that doesn't have a trigger that's attached. You're going to have to Gem Henson this thing.
Okay. It's only got to work. Honestly,
good
it only
idea.
has to work like once, maybe. To take out the big guy, or I don't know. I'd be afraid if I shot it at you guys, it would take everybody out. But
At
we'll
this
see.
point,
I'm on
it
the
might
ceiling.
be the best way to do it.
Well, maybe.
Think about the rest of the world.
Yeah, whatever. All right. So what do I roll? Do I roll the d20?
Yep.
And
And you add your bonus, and
do
you need
I-
a 25 total. Knowledge engineering on the left-hand side under skills.
Knowledge plus 3, knowledge engineering plus 14.
You need an 11 on the die.
Okay, come on. I've had
Please,
rolls all
please.
night. Let's do something good here, man. A 4.
All right, so you're like, there's no trigger, and you grab a tendon right here in the elbow and yank on it, and nothing happens. But there's something in there. All right, so now
Do you want another D20?
Yeah, let's switch that out now. I think it's
That one
been
goes into the
the
dice gel.
Thank you.
Now, just so you know, you do have the ability to move as the second half of your turn. So you can move a full 40 feet if you don't want to be a sitting duck.
Yeah, I don't want to be a sitting duck. I mean, I'm pretty much done anyway.
Build this
It's
out.
not a good situation.
No, but it's all about risk.
You want to get up on the wall like he is?
Well, what I want to do is put cover between me and that Gatling gun, but I don't know if that'd really be an option.
I still have
I
spider.
could jump, yeah.
I'm gonna try to spider climb over to you and drop you a potion of cure serious wounds. That's my plan, but I don't know if I can get far enough.
Well, I can't do another jump, so
What do you mean another jump?
I can't use my pack again. That
No,
would be
it
another,
is. You light it, and now you have the fly ability, not just for a round, right? Because
Oh.
you're using the.
I think it was 80 minutes. You
Well,
said before.
it's got between arresting jets and elevation jets.
So you had to pick one of those. I thought you were going with this or elevation jets. It gives you a fly speed
For you for 80 minutes.
Yeah, you're good.
So I'm sustainable. So I could actually fly to him on the up in the ceiling.
Yeah.
I'm waving you a potion.
Yeah, let's do that.
Awesome. So this is the pool. All right. All right. So where'd you go?
Wherever he is, spider climbing.
You're like really hovering right out in front of him.
I mean, we're still kind of sitting ducks for the gun, but you know, we'll see.
Yeah, I
Is
didn't
there
even
like
think about
flames
that
coming
really.
out of that pack?
Steam.
Steam?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just wondering if you could like use that
I
steam
was,
on the
I was
the
thinking
zombie.
about that. I don't know. I mean, I'm open to that idea. I actually thought about it.
Coax them a little
no,
bit.
it is not going to do damage. Let's
Oh,
say,
okay.
but
Good thought process, though.
I mean, I'm just thinking,
Could
because
I
in the
use
real
them
world,
on
steam
like
burns,
to get
you
them
know?
off?
Yeah,
You
melts.
know, get them
Callan.
off Callan?
no.
Okay.
All right, Con,
I've,
you're
I've
up.
seen enough
All right.
third-degree burns in my career.
Let's
To,
see. So
They're
how many
zombies. Actually,
zombies
they
do I
don't
have
care.
around me?
Yeah, it's not gonna slow them
How many
down.
zombies do I have around me?
You're right here, 3.
Okay.
You got 2 guns, right? Your
Yeah,
whole
I
thing
was-
is you got 2 pistols.
you can shoot one, shoot
Well,
another.
I've
Yeah.
been punching them because they're right there. I have gauntlet.
That pneumatic gauntlet is amazing.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what
use
I've been
it.
doing. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that again. Let's see. 23
We'll hit.
for 13 damage.
To one you already hit, right?
Have I already hit one?
I thought you hit this guy.
Yeah.
He down.
He gone.
All right.
Good.
And then I'm gonna do the other.
Okay.
I'm gonna hit probably the next one.
Okay.
Maybe 13.
13. No, need a 14 to
Didn't
hit these
think I
guys.
would.
Okay. Perfect. Purvis.
All right. I'm going to hand a cure serious wounds potion to Charles.
Okay. Great.
Is that all I can do?
You could. I'll let you do a bomb or something.
I'd love to throw a bomb at the wood booger.
All right. Do it.
Bomb.
Okay. And it's gonna be minus 6 to hit. Oh, hold on. Your range is 20 on this thing. Yeah, I'm sorry. So, it'd be minus 2 to hit.
So I handed off something. Was that a free action?
It was a move.
Okay, so I can't spider climb upside down, walk over, and then. Okay.
No.
So I'll go ahead and throw.
Okay.
No.
And that's gonna
Plus
be
8,
against
20.
his
What was my minus?
minus 2.
So 18.
18 touch. Yep. So you hit him.
Boom.
Yes.
All right. And then you're just doing a damage bomb or a toxicity bomb.
Damage bomb.
Okay, I need to make a fort save. Plus 6. Oh, so I fail it. So. He starts vomiting. Dry heaving up corn. Dry heaving, then vomiting up corn. Sorry.
Got a corn problem.
All right.
least it wasn't
Nice. So for 4 rounds, he's staggered and sickened. So he's pretty much incapacitated for 4 rounds. Just so you know.
Nice.
You need to take him out someday.
All right. So
busy trying to kill all these
he
zombies.
stumbles a little bit, and he does not act. Zombie time. Okay, I've got 4 dudes. Okay, first one tries to pin you. Okay. 10. Nope. Second one tries to pin you. Nope. You got an 18. 16 on the die. Nope. Okay, so they're all trying to like hold you still. They're like,
each other's
"Aw."
Getting handsy.
I'm like, guys, just coordinate, okay?
Exactly. Okay, so these two are going to try to grapple you. Slim, you get a attack of opportunity with a melee weapon.
I have this thing here called a light mace, an amped-light mace. I wonder if that would work against them.
Yep, it's like a stun baton. Yeah, it'll do a little less damage than like a slashing weapon, but yeah, it'll work.
I just don't think that their nervous system will take it very well. I'm just gonna scattergun them again.
Okay.
And it's gonna be easier.
They're chock full of water.
13 plus 11 is
That's
24.
true.
Okay, and then your second
Yeah.
attack.
It's a 15 plus 11 is 26.
Okay, so you get to roll damage twice on those guys.
Oh, that wasn't very good. That was a 3. Yeah, that one isn't much better. It's 7. Yeah.
So 10 damage.
Uh-huh.
So rip parts. The one that had a hole in it is gone. All right, and this one is still hanging on for second. Okay.
Isn't he trying to grapple?
Oh, that's right. He was trying to grapple, so you weren't supposed to shoot him, but I'm going to let you do it. That's fine. There's only a melee weapon, but that's okay. So he's trying to grapple. 22 to your CMD.
That's exactly.
Oh, yes. Okay, so you're now grappled by him. So it's going to limit some of your stuff. And then 2 of them are just attacking you, Con. Okay, so I got an 11 to hit and a 19 to hit.
The 19 hits.
All right, so he takes 6 damage as he slashes you with these feral claws that he's grown. Okay, so
much
Slim, you
damage?
shot, so I'm going to skip your turn because
It's no problem.
yeah, we let you do a full attack on those guys. My bad.
Sorry.
That was my fault. Okay, Callan, you're up.
Okay, well, let me add, like, at this point, is it worth it for me to just keep trying to escape, or what attack can I do? I've got.
You have a
Okay.
light hammer that you could start plinking these guys with, yeah.
Okay.
What about like
Is
his
there-
special attacks, like demolishing blow? Oh, that was from machine.
That's from machine. I have a power attack.
Okay.
I can take a -2 penalty on attack rolls and combat maneuver checks to get a +4 bonus on melee damage rolls.
Yeah, power attack's the way to go. These guys are easy to hit.
And am I already taking a penalty because I'm in the being grappled?
With the light weapon, no. So you can just roll
well,
an
in that
attack.
case, I'm clearly not getting anywhere with trying to crawl away, so I'm just going to.
Actually, let me look before I tell you that. Hold on a sec.
Well, let me just put. I'm going to power attack them regardless because that's
That's probably the only way
that's the
you're
only
gonna
thing I'm
hit.
going to get out of here.
You have a -2 on attack rolls while grappled. Sorry.
So that's I'm taking a total of -4.
Okay.
So it's a +4.
Oh.
9.
9.
So no hit. Okay.
Gone up by 1 increment every time I've rolled this die.
That's when you change dice.
Okay. All right. Sorry, man, that they got you so rough. Berrigan,
Okay, the potion. That I want to drink the potion.
drink it as a move. Yep. So you
Okay.
swig it.
What do we
So
roll?
Cure Serious is
3d8 plus
15. Right?
or plus my level.
Oh, my bad. So 8.
8. 3d8 plus 8.
So,
Okay.
1, 2. You want to roll this one? No. There you go.
There we go.
Roll those
All
3 and then add 8.
5, 7, 7, 14, 19, and 8 is 27. plus 5 is
32,
or 27 plus 5, 32.
So you're almost
back
full.
to
Nice.
Awesome.
Great. So now you still have either a move or an
I have a
attack.
shield potion. I was going to
Okay.
drop you if
Can
you
I,
keep
could
getting into more
is there
trouble.
anything I can reach from being up there?
I think we need to take
Or-
advantage
Depends
of
on what
the
you
fact
use.
that
You have a lot of contraptions in there.
Yeah, but I've used all 4
Adam.
of my 4.
Yeah, what about your level 3 ones?
Or I could just throw a bomb
okay.
on
Just
you.
throw a bomb on me.
Yeah, I could
I'm
do
sure I'll
that.
do fine.
I've
I
also
haven't taken
got
any
the
damage yet,
Warhammer.
actually.
Mhm.
Thunk gun
You'll have to
blast
move
probably.
before you can
Blade
use the
blast
Warhammer, but you can do any range stuff now.
Been
Well,
there.
it'd be easier
Organ
to
can
kill
launch
them
a
than me,
glass container
frankly.
of super hot steam up to 180 feet from a shoulder-mounted launcher when it contacts to all creatures within 20 feet. See, a lot of the ones I've been holding off.
So you
in
can
here-
go boom and hit all these guys.
Okay, as long as I'm not going to hit him.
Well,
You know
You'll
what?
hit
He's
him.
willing to take damage.
He's at the
You
point
got
where he
48
wants.
hit
I can
points.
take
Yeah.
it. I
Do
can
it.
take
Let
it.
it.
You haven't taken any damage. You haven't taken. All right, let's do it. Let's see if what we
If the
can
one
take.
thing I
long.
can
Alright, so you
accomplish is
flip
getting
up your
hurt.
thing and you basically have a mason jar full of super hot steam that's just been sitting next to the boiler.
Uh-huh.
So you boosh, and right here, boom. So everyone needs to make a reflex save, right?
Holy cow.
Oh my gosh.
what's your reflex save on it? It tells it's going to say under the spell or under the contraption.
DC 14 reflex.
So you can
attack.
make that.
Oh yeah.
Oh, come on, you can do it. Come on.
18.
You got it. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Do you
Oh
have?
no! Don't hold on a second.
No, I'm gonna say if you have evasion, you take none. I can't remember what level a rogue gets it. It doesn't. So let me double check. No, you must have lost it with this skin. It takes out some of this. But high level rogues, when they make their save, they take none instead of half. But anyway,
Okay.
so you'll take half of this, and then what has penalties because of the
You
intoxication.
stoop.
Yeah, exactly. So +2. So I
Oh,
got 20.
God.
I got it.
Oh.
All right, and then my 3 zombies each get a +1. Right, 3 zombies each get a +1. And it's a DC.
14.
Okay, 2 make it, 1 doesn't. So go ahead and roll that damage, and then we'll
Okay.
apply it.
And does that affect the monkey too?
Yeah, I
Or
made
is
it. He made his save, but
Okay,
yes.
so I need 8d6
All right.
again.
Can I take half of this?
So take half of it, and 3 of my creatures will take half of it.
You do well, but not.
I know.
Too
Well, the dice have not been our friends today.
There's a bunch of ones in there.
Okay.
Oh my, there's some 6s.
But there's some 6s. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, there's
And that
3
4
ones.
is.
Yeah, I thought that was the
4
one.
ones.
6, 6. Okay, so we got 12, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21,
25.
25.
Okay. So,
13.
so he failed it.
Let's see if I'm fine.
He was hurt, and then he's almost dead, like hanging on by a thread.
Hammer him.
Okay, and then
That wood booger's taking some damage already, man.
I
Like,
know.
argh.
okay, let's see, 25 half. Okay, he's still intoxicated and having problems moving and all that, but he is still alive as well. Okay, but that was a nice attack. Con, you're up.
Do I notice that the monkey's not doing much?
So I'll just tell you, he's staggered, which means he can move or attack in a round. So he is lethal still.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to figure out if I notice that. Because if I do, I kind of want to attack him.
Okay, roll me a perception. Easy, but no.
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 A 1.
Oh no.
So,
Can't.
critical failed. So,
Okay, so what do you want to do?
I'm going to attack the
Okay,
2 zombies that are next
Right
to
on.
me. Oh yeah, that hit 18.
okay, damage.
4. 2 plus 8, 10.
Okay. Oink.
And then I'm going after the other one. 12, so that...
No. Okay. All right, and then we've got Purvis.
I was trying to find my incendiary bomb.
So so you only have this as a special bomb. Otherwise, you just do the normal damage.
Okay.
But it is 4d6 plus 2 fire damage.
yeah, let's do that.
And it has a splash of 6 fire in every adjacent square to the square it hits. Just so you, but if you attack the monkey, it's not going to hurt anybody else
All right,
unless you
so
miss horribly.
Well, this could
Oh,
happen.
one.
I've got a bad habit of missing.
So you get a -2 from your range.
So plus
It'll
8.
hit. It'll hit his touch. Yeah. So
All
you're
right. So 46 plus 2.
fire.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wait. Plus 2. 11.
He still has a warrant on him too.
Ah, yeah. Well, that was plus 2 to hit or plus 2 to damage?
Plus
Plus
2
to
hit
hit.
and damage.
Oh, sweet. So,
13?
yeah.
That's nice.
Too bad.
Is he actually bleeding now?
Oh, there's all kinds of stuff coming out of this guy now. Yeah, so he's having problems.
There's trailing intestine and everything.
That's funny. Okay, so he sees that it came from you. He's gonna light you up.
Oh no.
And they're both there.
So, minus 20 minus 2 is 18.
I got a 17.
So
Can't outrun the again.
Don't hit the booze. Don't hit the booze.
11 damage.
Oh God.
Oh.
All right, and that's all you can do this round. Zombies. How many we got? There's
You've
2
got
left for you.
3.
Yeah. Okay.
4
4
left.
Okay. So 1 swings at you. No good. 1 swings at you. No good. Okay. 2 are trying to pin you because they have not successfully pinned you. I don't think.
This whole thing over here is a lesson in competency.
All right, here we go. I got one that pinned you. So
Okay.
now you got 2 steps to get out of this grapple. Now they've in the next round they start eating you if you're not out of it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Guys.
you're like down to
Are you
a
gonna
one knee and your arms are behind your back and one he has his teeth on your cranium.
Oh my God.
Clamp down.
I've seen the movies. Can't I just headbutt him and then run away? Isn't that how it works?
That's how what Khan would do.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Except for I've been
Page
killing
out.
my zombies.
All right. So these reanimated corpses are
Mechanic.
done.
You
Slim,
headbutt
you're up.
shit.
Yeah, that's right.
That's me. Okay. This guy's still chewing on me or trying to chew on me?
Trying.
Trying to get hold of me?
Yeah, Minnie keeps falling over, but he's standing up.
Okay. I hate to do this. I'm trying to think. I'm trying to figure out a way to get them out of the way. But I gotta get me out of the way too. Can I shoot once at the guy beside me and then shoot at the one that's hitting his head using precise shot?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, let's try. The first one at the guy's trying to get me, and that was a 18.
Okay.
And the second one, which would be, oh yeah, that's an 18 too.
All right. So roll first damage on the one in front of you.
Oh, that's a 9.
Okay.
And whoops, and the one on him, that would be a 6.
Okay. And then 6 damage on him.
Hopefully, it might distract him and he might come after me instead.
No, you popped him.
Sorry, I saved you.
So gross. Now there's just like
One grab.
Yeah.
fluid all over
Got
his
it.
face.
The teeth are still there.
Hey, it makes nice jewelry.
All right,
Bracelet.
Callan, your turn.
Okay, well, I'm gonna hammer. I mean, this guy is not pinned me, right?
He is. He has. You were
He has
pinned
grappled.
by. I'm sorry. You were pinned by him. You know, you're grappled.
Okay.
So -2 to hit.
Well, I'm
Are you
doing
powering attack?
I'm doing the power attack with the hammer again. So I am at a total of +4. I rolled the same crappy die though. When I hit myself.
That's
in the head.
rough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take those
take
two
it
off the
away.
table.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah,
not
those
have
right there.
those around.
Give him another one.
All right, Berrigan.
All right, I'm gonna do another thunk gun hit on the monkey.
Okay.
Now is he still in range?
You could target it on this edge here, so it doesn't hurt your buddies. So you
Okay.
pick the square it goes into, so you're fine.
Okay, because I don't want to kill him, but it could. Would it clean? Well, it could clean you off, but it might take you out
You
too.
know,
So what do you pick? Do you want to try to get
That's
this
fine.
whole area?
I don't know.
Do it.
How well?
I
don't
can
know.
still
You've
sew.
got 35.
I can
You've
still
got
sew.
some decent hit points. I want to try to injure as many of the enemies as possible. Assuming is anybody
So
like, close to death?
so right here.
No, but you can't reach both zombies.
Yeah.
And there's only
So you
two
could, but you
zombies
could do this area right here.
Yeah.
I would
Do-
say just
doing that
I'd say
will
just
only-
concentrate on the monkey man there.
I got
Oh,
healing
yeah.
potions. Light us up, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's only me over here that's gonna get caught in the crossfire
Yeah.
versus
Get
two
both of
over
them.
there.
Then we'll do.
So,
We'll shoot for both.
like if
Awesome.
I'm like a tent pole that's holding that zombie there.
Yeah, well, I'm
For
kind
you.
of. That's cinematically. That's what we're
That's-
trying to do
that's-
here. Whether the die rolls aren't going so well. All right. It's got the DC 14. So.
Okay, you need to make a DC 14 zombie. Does not make it. Wood booger.
I did not make it.
Makes it. So
I rolled a 4.
All right.
okay. So wood booger's taken half. You did not make
I
it.
did not make it.
He's taking.
Taking the full brunt.
So is a zombie.
I'll maybe roll all
Well, just
ones
like-
this time.
Hey,
yeah.
hey! If he dies, you just put him in the pool with some electricity.
That's right. Science.
Oh man, an undead grease
Oh,
rat,
no,
please, please.
All right, 4, 5. Still some ones. Okay, we've got 12, 22, 24, 26.
Oh my gosh!
You're still alive, right?
Still alive.
And
Just
zombie
burn
is
your
dead.
blister and he
just
blisters all over
The
your
zombie
face.
took most of it. He's like, it's just a flesh wound.
It's just.
Just a flash.
Okay, wood booger's still going.
See, look,
strong.
zombie's gone.
Okay, nice job,
that
Bergen.
monkey.
Con, you're up.
I'm going after the zombie.
All right.
Yeah, I hit.
Okay, damage.
13.
Oh. All right, so you crush him. Now you do have a move left now, so if you want to close the distance on this guy,
How far away is he from me?
it looks like
20 feet, isn't
10 feet, 2 squares to close that gap.
I might just want to switch to my range.
Okay.
Punch him in the face.
Shooting.
All right, so you can pull your ranged weapon out, and then that's your turn. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, no problem. Purvis.
I'm gonna throw another incendiary if she's not gonna close the gap.
Okay.
All right. 9 plus 8 plus 2. So we got what? 17, 19.
19. I'll hit his touch. Yeah. So you're good. 46 plus 2.
10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
He starts, like, through his gagging, starts, no. He starts falling apart, but there's enough metallic stuff holding him together that he's maybe got a round or two left in him, but there's, body parts, like, melting off of him and sloughing off. Okay, all right, it's his turn. No!
Is he shooting up high or
Yeah,
just
shooting at
everywhere?
Purvis.
Yeah. He hates halflings anyway, man. He's...
Blows off.
All right. So I'm gonna
falls. It starts spinning too fast and just spins off.
And the damage you did earlier, all the ammo just explodes in his arm, and and he,
Yeah.
There we go.
I love that he killed himself.
That was awesome.
Yeah,
all right.
that's
That was cinematic.
And you guys hear, "What have you done?" And down the
Don't tell me
the
it's
shot
guy we
tower.
work for.
you see a guy levitates with technology much
Oh,
like
come on.
yours and hovers right here. And if we were to keep going, you would have a high-level gearhead to fight.
Oh,
but
wow.
we ran out of time, so
We'll
the
take it.
evil
Look,
doctor.
Oh my God.
I consider it a victory.
How many
Yeah,
of those
that was
zombies did I kill?
A lot. Like
Awesome.
thank you guys for playing.
Your
Hope you
character's
liked
great
it.
in close
That was
quarters.
good. Thank you.
Right?
Excellent.
Yeah, great.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. That was fun.